Yo, once again, we back. This was just a Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
You know, once again, we can't do this without my dog, Drew Money on the boards. How you feeling?
How y'all feeling back in this thing?
We
Feeling
in here,
great,
man.
feeling great.
We're just a Messengers Mondays, man. We in here.
Yes, sir. How was y'all week?
To start that week off right, though.
Yeah, man. How was y'all week?
Week was good, bro. Week was real good. Can't complain, man.
That's
had
good.
a real
That's
good
good,
week.
man. That's good, man. Hope y'all was nice and cool, drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated. You know that heat index ain't no joke out here, man. Especially by the water. That's another thing too.
For sure.
You closer to that water, man. That humidity kick up. Somebody told me they rather have that dry heat in like Vegas and Arizona versus here.
Nah.
I ain't never really felt that dry heat like that.
I just know dry heat probably have you feeling way hotter than what you really are. I'm just going off of...
You done experienced both?
No, I'm just guessing, but I mean, with humidity, is like, okay, at least I got some type of moisture. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I should pause that or not, but at least I got something there.
Yeah. No,
but
I
with
feel
the
you.
dry heat is like you damn near should be probably gasping sometimes.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like,
Drew,
you know
what you
I'm saying?
think? You done experience both, or you just experience humidity heat?
Also depending on where you're at, like geographically where you're located.
Oh, I feel you.
Where
They say that shit in the valley in Cali, that shit gets serious,
shit
bro.
probably crazy.
That shit gets serious, man. Yeah, but make sure y'all staying cool, man. Oh, on another episode of Repairman, right? So yesterday I'm chilling in my crib. And I'm watching movie shit like that. So I get up and go into the kitchen. I'm like, man, it feel kind of warm. Check the thermostat. That shit about 78. Don't have my shit on no 78 ever. I had my shit set to 73. So I'm like, oh shit. So I go outside, and you already know if your shit working if the AC unit is blowing hot air and shit. In the top, you feel some over the top. That shit, and you hear that little buzzer sound like the compressor running. Didn't hear that. All I heard was a fan. I was like, this shit is cooked. So I called up one of my boys just to confirm, like, hey, like if you don't hear that buzzing like running right, that mean that like the compressor not running right. He's like, yeah, you probably gotta put a new capacitor on there. Call somebody to put that shit on there. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I ain't about to call nobody, spend no extra bread, bro.
They taxing you. That's a weekend call.
Hell yeah, that's a weekend call.
That's a weekend call. You getting taxed.
So then my other boy say down the street from me, he actually had a backup one, and like all the houses in the neighborhood pretty much got the same unit. We all got the same shit. Had my ass right on YouTube, watching about a 15-minute video. When they got my tools, put that new one on there, we was good to go.
Word.
That shit saved me hella money, bro. I was like, bro, I'm not about to call no technician out here to do no shit for $400 when I could have just did that shit myself.
400 minimum, probably. 400
minutes. That shit took me about 10 minutes.
Word.
Shit about 10 to 15 minutes. You just had to make sure, of course, all the circuit unit and shit was off.
Mike finna build a house soon for all y'all TL warriors out there, man.
Listen, man.
Y'all keep playing with us, man. We use our hands and our voices around here, man.
Real shit,
For
nigga.
sure.
Because I was not about to pay that bread, bro. I was not about to pay that money.
You heard him. He ain't calling nobody. We doing it ourselves, man.
Yeah, man. Ain't
No
nothing to hop
AAA.
up on. And it wasn't enough for me to hop up on that tube real quick, man. Just get a quick rundown, man.
Word.
Because a lot of people probably get intimidated by shit like that. They don't want to fuck up nothing. But
Especially if you never did it before.
yeah. And then we talk about AC too. So
That's something you don't want to mess up. But
yeah.
I mean, if you
But I already knew now. That wasn't the problem. It was something else. It was out my hands. I wasn't going to touch it no more. But I said, if it ain't the capacitor, then I know it's something else. I got to call somebody. But put that shit back on. Flip the circuit breaker back on. And that shit started dropping temperature like within 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Because, yeah, boy, to be in this heat with no AC, that's a logo, bro.
I mean, that's crazy.
Logo. But, yeah, man, that's that a pretty eventful Saturday, to say the least. Pretty eventful Saturday. But, nonetheless, I was glad I was able to get that shit done. So, that's the most as I could do now. I don't know all the complete ins and outs, but I know that much. So, yeah, because a lot of these shit, man, all it takes is a little a review video or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's all it be.
That's all it be, man. I even hear that some people, when the technician come out there, they show the people how to do the shit, so they ain't gotta waste no money again.
That's good on their part.
That's
though.
good on their
That's good
part. A lot of them wouldn't do no shit like that.
They're not necessarily even obligated to do that.
Nah,
honestly.
they not.
But that's fire.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So salute to y'all again. If y'all know somebody who ain't got no air out here, man, hey man, assist them the best way you can. Grandparents, of course. I don't know what it is about the older people. They be in warm houses sometimes, man. I don't get that shit.
My grandparents be on that warm house shit, but this summer they switched their tune.
Hey, you wanna know what's so crazy though? So I got a homie who's staying Phoenix, right? So he be keeping his house like on 78. But to them, that feels cool.
Yeah.
Cause you know them boy be in the 110s and shit. So I be like, oh hell no, dog. I said 78
is cool. 78 cool to them. I told you I met somebody from Phoenix last week, and he was like, "This shit not that bad." He was out in the sun, thick polo shirt, jeans. He was kicking it.
That's madness. That's madness.
For sure, bro. I'm telling you.
Hell no, dog. But yeah, he was telling me because you know most AC units only go like 25 degrees, 30 degrees below the temp outside. So I guess that's why they gotta have a set like that. Cause you damn in the one, if you in the 110s,
yeah,
I don't think you could put your AC on 72 or
yeah.
something like that. I think that should be overworking itself. But you got to think too. So even before yesterday, when I realized that, I had been outside for something, getting the mail and then doing something outside. I walked back in the house. This is when it was still 78. It was cold. But after I been sitting in the house for a while, I'm like, bro, something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. I had to go fix that shit, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Shout out my dog, man, using that YouTube University, man.
Hey, man,
That's what's
YouTube
up,
University, man. Shout out to them. Make sure y'all got y'all a good toolbox, man. Ain't nothing for you to get on Amazon. They got everything, all the sizes you need, all that shit, all that shit. You gonna need that shit to come in handy, bro. I'm telling you. Ain't nothing to just hop up on the tube. But I mean, you could call somebody if it's, time constraints, so you don't really feel comfortable. But 11, 15-minute YouTube video, bro. Like, I was like, all I gotta do is take this all, pop. Oh, all right, I'm good. Cause I know one thing, if that compressor was shot, that was it.
For sure.
You're
had
done.
to call somebody, then.
That shit is done. So I want to start off with this movie that I watched yesterday, man. It actually came out yesterday. It's on Netflix called They Cloned Tyrone, man. So all I got to say is shout out to Jamie Foxx, shout out to John. I don't want to butcher his last name. Boyega. That's how you say it. Mm-hmm. And what was the other lady's name? I can't think of her name.
I forgot her name, but
yeah, I want to get her name right. She was on WandaVision. It took me the second watch to realize actually that was her. I was like, man, who is this? Who is this lady from, man? Like, where is she from? So I was looking at it. I was like, oh, that's the lady from WandaVision. Yeah. Tiana Paris.
Yeah, that's her name.
Shout out to her. And is it doggone
That's Lil Murder from Lil Murder from Pink, from what's it called? Pink Valley, whatever that show called.
Oh, P Valley. I never watched P Valley. I was like, where is this? That nigga look familiar.
That's Lil Murder.
So amazing writing, man. Also, shout out to Jamie Foxx. He's back. Didn't really look like he lost a step. Looking healthy. Glad he was able to come from that because a lot of people when they have strokes, man, that shit fuck up their face. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But it don't look like it real, or he already recovered from it. Sometimes that shit could be lifelong. That shit could be permanent damage to your face. Mm-hmm. So I was good. I think this movie comes out earlier also if he didn't have if he didn't have what he had going on.
But he dropped that PSA Friday night, like around midnight, and then I guess they dropped the movie yesterday. On Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
it was good hearing from Jamie Foxx though. He dropped his little Instagram, little announcement, just letting people know he was all good, what he went through and whatnot. So we still got Jamie.
Definitely.
No cloning. I know the movie about cloning, but Jamie's just not a clone.
Well, he's like, oh, no, you're right, because a lot of people are like, oh, they didn't clone this thing. I'm like, man, stop, man. But amazing movie, man. Mm-hmm. Amazing movie, 10 out of 10. I watched it twice. I'm probably gonna watch it again today. Shout out to the director. I don't know who the director was. Let me see. Salute to him. Joel Taylor. Never heard of that name. But salute to them, man. This was a great writing. Shot incredible. It looked visually great. The music.
It was scored good.
The music selections were definitely placed where they were supposed to be at. But dog, we got to deep dive into this movie, dog. So if you haven't seen it, Of course, you know the drill. You're going to have to fast forward through it. We got timestamps in the description. So
we being more civil with the spoiler alerts now, but yeah.
You see it right there.
Yeah.
You know, you just go ahead and fast forward to the next section. But, man, this shit got layers to it, dog.
Yeah, dude.
This shit got layers to it. What do you think we should start at? You want to start just out from the gates?
Yeah. Let's get to it, man.
So when you first, so what I found very interesting off rip was how Fontaine just came out the gates. I would say more so wildin'. And when I say wildin', it's like his approach. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't really the loud, braggadocious drug dealer. He was like more calm, cool, collected. You know, little homie come tell him, hey, man, these niggas over there in your spot type shit. So they say, yeah, man, keep driving. Nigga whip back around. This nigga ran into him.
Damn, you hit my car, man.
Damn, you hit my car, man. It's like, oh, man, you fuck up my leg. Isaac gonna kill your ass. Yeah, I hear you, nigga. So then, of course, we get to the part with Jamie Foxx chilling in the motel room, shit like that. And him and Yo-Yo was arguing. So, you know, Fontaine, he got to pull up. Where my money at? Pull up, leave. Get into that car. Isaac, them been creeping up on him. Nigga get killed. So then, next scene, what happens? He wake up. Nigga feeling all over his body. Now this nigga got shot like what, 9 times?
He got shot like at least 9 times.
This nigga got shot at least 9 times in that whip because he was trying to back up. Even when he was shot, he was still trying to back up. Nigga wake up. It was like one of those scenes where like fast forward to like the next morning. Nigga wake up feeling all over his body and shit. Same routine.
Probably thought he was dreaming.
Some shit. Because that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, okay. So I had a dream of some shit. Nigga go knock on his mama door. Oh, I'm good. Dog, this nigga Jamie Foxx said, hold on. God, you send a nigga ghost? You send
a ghost to a pimp? You sending ghosts to a pimp?
Nigga said, man, Fontaine, you just here yesterday. You came through, you ran through my shit, you went out to your car, you got lit up 9 times.
You was on some 50 Cent shit. You said that too.
Yeah, 50 Cent shit. Oh, shout out to them also because I'm thinking this shit some back in the day shit.
No, some current shit.
This some current day shit, but they dressed like, well, more so.
Jamie was
dressed more so back, but even the way they shot it, I'm thinking it's like some 70s, 80s.
It was shot
it
well.
Was shot very well.
They combined a lot of eras together.
It was shot very well. So this nigga like, man, fuck y'all talking about? Go get Yo-Yo. So, dog, this is the part that I really start
because he start going through his day. He start going through his day like how he usually do.
Go to the store.
Went to the store. Saw the wino. That's when he saw himself. He thought he saw himself like walking like a zombie, like top version of himself walking. And that truck came and picked it up and zoomed off. And he was like, What the hell is that like?
And then you had the homeless dude on the outside.
Yeah.
With that, he always get the beard
scratch off. He had to scratch off. He was like, man, you lose again. You lost again. Because he already know he lost.
Yeah.
And he pour him the little drink and shit.
He don't know what the fuck he talking about now.
He just talking.
He said he going to meet the master again or some shit like that. Did he say something like that? Go to see the master
again.
Going
to master house or something like that, yeah.
Man, he trying to figure out what the fuck going on. So this nigga go get Yo-Yo. Try to find. He's like, you saw me last night? She was like, yeah, but not like this. Niggas lit the fuck up. So, dog, this is where the shit start getting weird for me. So them niggas go into the house, hit the elevator, go downstairs and see the white dude with the afro. Off rip, first music selection, Don't Stop by Michael Jackson.
Dog dancing to the shit.
This nigga Jamie Foxx checking out the powder that he think cocaine.
Yeah.
Is goddamn, so just this nigga start fidgeting, laughing and shit.
Say it ain't coke, but I can still ski.
Yo-Yo fucking around with the liquid shit. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Matter of fact, I think that was the grape juice.
Yeah, from the church, the communion juice.
So, dog, honestly, I think this shit overall, man, like, just to keep on going, it's like, when them niggas hit that lab and he pulled back that damn, what's the shit they keep the dead bodies in? The body bag. And he saw himself. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on for real?
That was his original body that had the gunshots in it and shit.
Yup. So Fontaine, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So the Fontaine that's throughout most of the movie, he's the original clone.
He's the original one.
But every time they make a new one,
his conscience go to the next one.
Yeah, then cause remember when they had him like in the on the table and they was putting the shit over his eyes and he was getting all his memories and shit. Man, I was looking like, bruh, this shit is some fucking trippy shit. And then they just keep going. Then come to find out, the powder's in the chicken. They put whatever they use in the grape juice. They put whatever they
In the
use
perm,
in
the
the
hair
perm,
perm.
in the hair perm. That scene was crazy. Let's talk about that. Dog must have came from the barbershop. This nigga Isaac come from the barbershop. He's like, well, I'll be damn. I thought I had seen a ghost. He's like, nigga.
All of them had Barbie capes on.
Yeah, because remember, Jamie said, bro, you supposed to be breathing through the tubes right now. He don't know what the fuck going on. Bro, this nigga Isaac in the goddamn salon, she's like, y'all got to take that shit outside. He said, hey, bitch, relax. I said we just talking.
Because even Shorty in the chair, she was like, man, the state about to cut our wages again or whatnot. Then that cream started hitting her ass. She was like, maybe I'm just tripping. She just accepted everything.
Bro, I say, man, when they got to that church, that's when everything came. I was like, bro, this is some real experimenting on black people, cloning black people type
And
shit.
the DJ in the strip club when he was like, hey, play that one song.
Mind you, all the people, I'm surprised they didn't have one at the church. Everybody who was like at something that owned was a white person with a fro. The chicken spot,
White person with a fro.
the club.
White person with a fro.
All right. Like, so it's like, bro, like, okay. It's really like on some, not gentrification, but like basically like some mimicking type shit. But they own everything.
We'll use the half-breed Negroes to kind of facilitate everything.
Right. But they clearly white people now. So like even when they was in the chicken spot, they eating the commercial in the beginning of the movie when they showed the chicken spot, everybody dancing, getting down.
Chicken, yeah.
Yup. Jamie was like,
bro, you don't notice like
that nigga slid the fucking chicken off the goddamn table. He was like, bro, it's in the chicken. He said, when I was in there, I thought it was Coke, so I took some. I get to laugh and fidgeting. You drop the glass, I shoot the dude by accident, all type of shit.
Then they sent Yo-Yo in the room with the manager. She can see all the cameras and
She
shit.
see all the cameras, shit, all they
She's like,
studying.
man, they watching everything.
They watching all our behaviors, everything that they do, and it's like, bruh, this shit is like. It's basically like how they do like with our black culture type shit.
Even
we really see it on the main scale of music, but they applying it to everything that we do. How we eat,
they
how we
tie
sleep,
that
how
chicken
we
shit
talk.
to that Popeye shit though. I saw they doing that because they had a long line.
They had
outside
a long
that
line. The
Niggas
chicken
was in
sandwich
there.
2019. This is a genius fucking movie, bro. As soon as I seen it, I said, bro, they playing on the Popeye chicken sandwich from 2019, bro.
Yep.
That shit had a long fucking line, bro.
Niggas in there laughing and shit. There was a fight in the line, all kind of shit going on. Like,
All right, so let's get to the strip club, the strip club scene. White DJ in the club. Now the music playing it on them too now.
Yeah.
It's like some hypnosis type shit.
it almost got Jamie Foxx in there. They had to snatch him up out of there.
They had to snatch him up out of there.
Yeah, because I forget what the lyrics was. I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
with the
I forgot the lyrics.
with the low vibrational
with
beat.
the low
Like,
vibrational beat. So they's like, I need everybody to do something for me right now. Them niggas get to running. I'm like, oh shit. Them gonna go outside. Hey nigga, we need this car. Everybody in the club like on some
thriller shit.
Some
damn
thriller
near.
type
Like
shit.
I
They
say,
chasing these. They chasing Jamie. They chasing what was Jamie's name in the movie? Slick Pimp or something like that.
Slim or something.
Slim, something like that. Slim, Yo-Yo, and Fontaine, they all in the car, they driving off, they getting chased. This nigga goddamn hit a damn nail or something, blew the fucking tire. Them niggas fighting to get in the car, then them boys just stop. Just stop. You know what that shit had remind me of? You remember in the scene in The Mummy when them boys were running away from the mummy and all the people? And they been driving and they been crashing all to the people, then them boys just stop.
Yeah.
Then the mummy had walk up and he kill a dude right there. Same shit. So all them boys all of a sudden just stop. Them boys stop. Then the white dude get out the car, pull up. Who else get out the car? A clone of fucking Fontaine, bro.
Chester.
Yup, Chester. This nigga, white dude get out there and I'm gonna get to talking and shit. This nigga said, nah, plan B, motherfucker. They said Olivia Black. This nigga Fontaine freeze up. He got him under his control.
No, bro, it's like plan A, I kill all three of y'all right now. Say plan B, y'all just accept y'all roles in this shit and everything. Y'all just continue to do what y'all do good. You a pimp, you a drug dealer, and you a hoe. Then he's like plan C, motherfucker. Nope, I got the keyword for you. Now you froze.
This nigga froze. He controlling Fontaine.
And he was about to kill Yo-Yo. He was like, we don't even need to clone you. You a hoe. You a dime a dozen. Like, or some shit like that. He was breaking down like like all the layers of this shit. Like that shit crazy.
Because remember
like,
the first thing he said when he got out of the car? He said a pimp, a drug dealer, and a hoe walk into a bar.
Mm-hmm. And he literally was in a bar.
Literally now. So then, after them boys have been on hypnosis and shit like that, he was like, all right, relax.
Cause he was like, if y'all don't do y'all part, this gonna be 3 Starbucks here in a week. We're gonna gentrify this shit like immediately. He was like, we just running our experiments. Y'all just do what y'all gotta do.
Right. So then after that, this nigga Fontaine like, man, I give up, man. I ain't going on with that shit.
Yeah. He accepted his role.
He accepted his fucking role. But then guess what? Them niggas had a genius fucking plan.
That was a genius plan, though.
That was a genius fucking plan. Yo get snatched up and
The
shit.
nigga was
She
like,
get to the line.
I've been pulling tricks my whole life.
Dog, that shit caught me. I said, oh shit.
That was genius.
That was fucking genius. Gosh, nigga met with Isaac. The boys,
Yo-Yo them played their part too. Or the
yeah, Yo-Yo had on the
that was Dee Dee. That was the other prostitute.
The other prostitute, yeah. He's like, because after they done found out, this nigga woke up in the goddamn. I'm like, what the fuck done happened? Them niggas went back. He was like, what you think about? He said, you ever played dead? Niggas met with Isaac, got shot in the shoulder, went in there. And I'm like, bro, it's no fucking way, dog. No, the boy had to kidnap the new clone Fontaine, tie him up so he don't get involved in this shit. This was an amazing fucking movie. It ended basically out on some.
They exposed everything.
They exposed everything. Jamie came in there with the whole fucking city damn near. They infiltrated the shit, ended up killing them. Then the end scene. I said, Tyrone, that's you. Because when they started exposing it, remember they said this probably not the only city that they doing in it. Mind you now, what was it, Glenville, Glendale or something like that?
Ohio.
It was like it was a small town, so best believe they probably doing this shit Miami, LA, End of the scene, this nigga, Fontaine, a.k.a. Tyrone, he in LA. They set in LA. This nigga walking around. I'm going to turn on the news. Naked people just walking around, don't know what's going on. Then they zoom on his clone. He's like, Tyrone, that's you, innit? And then what they play, Erykah Badu. You better call Tyrone. Dog, I think this movie was just geniusly written and it spoke to a lot of shit. I think Fontaine we forgot the part when Fontaine killed the older version of himself in the lab.
Yeah.
He killed the older version.
He's the reason why all this shit was going on.
He was the reason
why
this nigga basically sold his soul out to the white people.
Yeah, because after his brother died, he started trying to clone him to bring him back, and then he got involved with the government, and they basically started using this neighborhood as a big experiment.
A big fucking experiment.
And he cloned a younger version of himself to play a part in that shit, basically.
Yup. And he told him, he said, bro, like, I only gave you certain amount of memories. You don't really know what happened to my brother. Yeah. You don't really know what the fuck happened to my brother. You already know it's no. Another scene that stood out when he finally found out that his mom was just a speaker box.
Mm-hmm. He's
playing on his mental.
Yeah, bruh just uploaded all her voices to the shit.
Dog just uploaded all her voices to the shit. Every response he had a response for. Yeah. She had a response for.
That shit was crazy when he found out that Fontaine was the original clone though. When he couldn't use the keyword on him. He was like, damn, you're not the original clone. That's when he had Chester shoot him. Yeah.
Facts. Dog, listen. I think Fontaine being cloned was just basically to keep the experiment going. Yeah. Notice how everybody else, like, and I think they controlled who got killed, really, to be honest. Because think, Slick never got killed. Yo-Yo never got killed.
But they all had clones.
They all had clones. So everybody had a role in, like, this time. I think it was more so like a timeline type shit. Because remember when they kidnapped after they devised the plan and Fontaine got shot to infiltrate the lab, they kept replaying his day. Replaying cutting the sandwich. Mom, I made some sandwich. You want something to eat? Go, get the scratch off.
That's more so, the way I took that more so like how you can just get caught in the rat race, really, like just accepting shit for what it is just keep pushing forward and letting time pass you by. That's how I took that.
And then even think about the hood. Mm-hmm. What are some of the three main pieces in the hood? A pimp, a hoe, and a drug dealer. So I'm thinking, mind you, his brother never was cloned. Why is that? His brother probably was going to be something great. Mm-hmm. Contrast to what the hood is. But he never got cloned.
Yeah, the brother never was cloned.
But Fontaine cloned. Slick.
They ain't
Slick
cloned the
clone.
mom. They ain't cloned the mom either.
They ain't cloned the mom either.
If it was that deep, they would have cloned the mom too.
I equate that to pumping drugs into the communities back in the day. We got to keep this shit flowing. We got to keep this shit flowing. We got to keep this shit flowing. Fontaine again, the drug dealer. Slick, the pimp. Yo-Yo, the prostitute. But they're not bringing back any people that would be contrary to that. You didn't have that in this movie.
Yeah.
You did not have that in this movie.
I think even the politician, they was like, man, get your fake Obama ass from around here.
Yeah. Facts.
They ran him up out of there.
But they made sure every time Fontaine died,
Bring him back right in the same place.
Right back in the same place, running the same rat race, and it was like, damn, it's basically telling us like this shit is, like you said, a rat race, continuously going.
It's poison at every corner.
The stereotypes, the chicken, the perm, the grape juice inside the church, main components, how we talk to each other. But that plan that they devised was genius.
Yeah, that shit was genius.
Them niggas was practicing their lines and shit in the car. You know, the girls was acting like they was giving Fontaine and Isaac head or giving them a hand job and shit. Whole time they talking and shit because they got cameras all over the place watching them do their activities, studying them. They use their own shit against them, bro. This shit was written so genius. But the biggest thing that stood out to me in this movie was how Fontaine was always going to be back. Always was going to be back. Replaying this shit. A never-ending cycle. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like, in the real world, some of these communities have been the same thing since the 80s. I'm just talking about the conditioning. Nothing has changed.
By design.
By design, bro. That it was a genius fucking movie, bro. Genius, bro. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, hold on now. Like, why they kidnap? Whole time this thing in the body bag about to infiltrate this shit. But and then, excuse me, the older version of Fontaine, he was the key to all of this shit. What does that speak to? Coon ass niggas.
So it only take one, bro.
It only take fucking
It only take one, bro. That's all I'm saying. It only take one, bro.
And that's that could be, and you could attach your name to any of that.
Anything.
Who's the African dude who be talking real crazy? DC Young Fly was just on his shit. He was clowning them. Dog is a straight up coon.
The African dude.
He got the weird looking eyes. He got like a bald head. Older dude.
I know you're talking about. He's not from Africa. He's from here.
Okay.
He's American.
What's dog name?
Jesse something. I know exactly who you're talking about. His name Jesse something. Yeah.
To me, that's the dude in the lab coat. Mm-hmm. That's an older version of Fontaine. That's who that is. I think all the black people in that movie had a reputation of somebody that we know in real life. That's what I equate it to. Is a reputation of somebody in real life, dog. But who gets to continue to play on in this shit? The drug dealer. Like, Fontaine getting cloned is just like a young nigga coming up in the hood. Continuous in the cycle.
You see the same story all the time.
Sonny Carson's story. You remember that movie from 74? Same shit. This nigga was 11 years old getting jumped in the fucking gang. It's good. It's a continuous cycle, except they doing it with clones. Like, dog, I can't express how good this shit was, dog.
It was a good movie. Real good movie.
What do you think was a scene that stood out to you the most as far as, like, the depiction of the movie?
The perm shit, only because, like, I already, from just doing my own research, I know that shit really not healthy for just period anybody, because men and women get perms. Uh-huh. And the music shit, like, I've been expressing my feelings about, like, certain music just
the low vibrational
and whatnot, and you know how it could be weaponized a certain way if you not really cautious in what you intake, because it's more a diet more than what you eat is what you intake, like, in your subconscious as well. So, you know, those were the main things for me. Like, everything else, I already knew what was going on. Like, so
it took me a minute to catch on what was going on.
We forgot about the corner store owner too. White dude with an afro too.
White dude with an afro.
Cause they bum rushed him and make him. They was like, yo, what an elevator at in here. He was like,
that nigga cocked that shotgun.
He was like, what the fuck? He was like,
right over there.
Yeah. That shit was fire though, man. That was a good movie.
But what still confused me is when Fontaine went back to the house and the elevator wasn't there no more. Remember? Because remember with him...
Because we had to think when, right before Jamie Foxx had shot a dog, he had pressed the alarm, but remember...
that shit was closed.
Yeah. They might have went
They
back
closed
in,
that
they
entry.
Closed that shit up. That's probably what happened.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Yep.
Cause right before he ran, cause he pushed some button. Cause remember the alarm started going off. That's when they left.
They had to leave. They definitely had to leave. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. They had to open up all the service doors. Cause remember when they first went down there, they seen the map. They had them shits all over the fucking town.
That shit was basically another city under their city.
Hey man, I feel like white people be trying to experiment on us every day, just not to that degree. I'm just talking about just like studying our behaviors.
I mean, we are the most studied group ever. Like that's just what it is. Like it's been that way.
I mean, they've been trying to duplicate us for hundreds, thousands of years now. But at the end of the day, the movie basically ended like, bro, y'all can't be us. Like even Dog at the end is like, oh, this shit crazy as hell, man. They cloning niggas and shit.
What the fuck
going on?
That was crazy.
That shit was crazy, bro. Like, dog, just imagine seeing a clone of yourself. You would start questioning everything, like, in your life. Yeah. Like, is this even, like, the real version of me?
Yeah. Especially if I run into, like, a Chester version of myself that can beat my ass or something, prior.
Chester been beating his ass.
He
started bleeding, like, on the first fucking swing.
Nigga knocked him out and dragged him to the room. I'm like, damn, bro, I don't want to run into no Chester.
And also, remember, he only had certain memories. Mm-hmm. He had the same ones, but he told him, he said, bro, you don't really know what happened to your brother. Well, my brother.
Yeah, and he told me exactly what happened. He was like, he got shot right here, and he bled out, and they didn't even help him. They left him.
They left him right there. But my whole thing was, I want to know what the deal was that he caught with them, like in full detail. Because if you're able to clone all these other people and not your brother, like would that have been like
definitely had to be a part of the deal?
That might have been part of the deal, right? Like you can't clone your brother
until we run these tests, until we do all this first.
I think that was his end goal, really. When I think about it, now that I think about it, that might have been his. Like he had to do all this.
Because at the end of the day, remember it was a bunch of clones.
What was he sacrificing?
It was a lot of clones behind him too. Like who were those people?
Mm-hmm. And then they had like one of them looked like there was a white body. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. That shit was crazy.
He probably was cloning different races of himself.
And
then, that probably would have been the next level of that shit.
What's one of another layer to the shit? What's one of the big things that people always talk about when it comes to our communities? The Asian own this. The white man own this. The such and such own this. All the businesses in that movie was ran by a white person with an afro. So not only was it a white person, it was a white person trying to be a nigga. The club one was just egregious. That was crazy. That was on like some I don't even know. That was on some Logic type shit.
No, for real. Straight up.
And that shit was crazy. I mean, also in that same scene, when they finally found out what the fuck was going on, how all the black people finally just basically came out of hypnosis because he was chasing them and shit. Man, this was a great fucking movie, man. I'm gonna watch that shit again. I encourage every black person to watch this fucking movie. If you're a white listener, listen to it. Watch this movie. Like you're gonna pick up on a lot. You're gonna learn some shit, bro. You're definitely gonna learn some shit. The fact that they was able to use the chicken, the grape juice,
they tied a lot of shit together.
And what was the perm? It was genius.
Everything.
The music.
They tied a lot of shit together, bro. Like shout out to who you said they rated it?
Joelle Taylor.
She did it. They did a good job.
Yeah, he or she. Job. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if it was he or she, but I'm surprised they didn't kind of implement basketball in this shit. Just in terms of like
just sports in general, yeah. But nigga making it out with the sports and shit, yeah, that too.
That could have been a thing.
That could have been a thing too. But I feel.
But I see why they stuck to like the drug dealer dynamic. Yeah. Because a lot of the hoods. I mean,
those are the key elements.
Those are the key elements. Those are definitely the key elements. They were like when he told you, like, man, you a dime a dozen.
You a dime a dozen. We don't even really need you here, like. I was like,
but
damn.
you need certain components in the hood for it to, quote unquote, work. It's like it goes back when I heard David Banner talk about, like he said, the ghetto literally was an experiment. They call it the ghetto. You take a bunch of people, you put them in a confined space with limited resources. That's basically what the hood is.
Shut them away.
And then what they end up doing, killing each other, fighting for other shit. You got the drug
out of survival though. That's just out of survival.
That's just out of survival.
And they try to make it seem like we just naturally this way. Nah, niggas trying to survive, and this happened. So it's other black people in our proximity. That's all it is. It's not black on black crime is just we all together anyway. It was gonna happen regardless.
I always think about that rat experiment. They got a bunch of them on YouTube. When the rats crawl up the thing, they fall in the hole. Then that's
They
it.
can't get out. Yeah,
They can't get out. They
it's
say
like a fly
eventually.
trap. It's a fly trap. Same thing.
They say eventually they'll end up killing each other.
Out of survival.
Out of survival. Rats got to eat each other, shit like that. Another one that I seen, they put like this sticky ass shit at the bottom of the fucking the container.
Mm-hmm.
They put the food on the back end because they get the smell of it. Soon as they hit that damn shit,
It's over.
stuck, can't go nowhere. Next one come in, stuck,
Same
can't go
thing.
nowhere. Next one come in there, stuck, can't go nowhere. That's the movie is the same shit, and it's just a replay over and over and over and over again, man. Same shit. We ain't no different from animals except we just conscious. But it's the same thing. You take any type of animal, you put them in a confined space with limited resources, survival mode at that. Made it best survive. It's the same shit in the hood. It's not by like, oh, these niggas killing each other. Like, nigga, look what you've been doing since what? When did drugs really become an issue in the communities? Like late 70s, I would say.
Late
Maybe
60s,
early.
to the 70s.
Yeah. Same shit. Like even when I go back and I watch that the story of Sonny Carson, that was a prominent movie at that time. You gotta think that movie came out when? 74?
Mm-hmm.
At the peak of what the fuck is going on in these communities. Off the heels of, well shit, Jim Crow still was going on, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you can say in some areas that shit's still kind of, prominent, but
I mean, as long as we got
it was really heightened at that time. Yeah.
As long as we still got sundown towns, Jim Crow's still active.
Isn't there a sundown town right now in Mississippi somewhere or Alabama?
There's sundown towns in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida got sundown towns. I think we got one like in the upper corner going towards like that Tennessee area. Like it's still a thing. Texas got a few of them. Yeah.
Dog, I remember when my grandfather, he told me a story about how one time they got caught lacking in the sundown town, and a damn police officer had the gun to his damn temple, but he let him go. But basically, he was just talking. Like, you know how police play on your shit, like talking shit to him? My grandfather said he might have been 21, 22 at the time. Police pulled him over, was on some fuck. The man said he had the gun to his damn temple, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the army at the time. He said, bro, fuck. My grandfather was like, fuck this shit. I'm not about to be fighting for this country.
Fighting for it so you come back and still got to deal with that.
Deal with that. Nah. And just think about it, bro.
Happy Veterans Day, though.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. And I know I shit on this movie, but Dead Presidents it had a strong message in that movie.
Yeah.
It had a strong message in that movie. Them dudes came back, they couldn't get shit. So what? Out of survival, the niggas had to go.
They had to do what they had to do.
They had to do what they had to do. But just, I always say, like, damn, my grandfather probably wouldn't have been here, bro. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? With that moment, he was able to walk away. But man, it just, white people be on some evil shit, man.
You'd be surprised, like, if you just start talking to a lot of the older people in your family, because this shit not too far removed, bro. Like,
It's not.
We're probably
It's still,
like,
it's in the grand scheme.
me and you probably like a generation removed from this shit. Because if you skip your mom generation, it's them.
It's them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you just
One generation.
have
Oh, you're right.
Just
You're
have
right.
conversations with people, like you'll see like a lot of this shit been going on way sooner than you thought, bro.
Because like even think about it, like even in the 70s, slavery wasn't that far removed, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's 1865, but bro, essentially, man, I asked my grandfather. I said, when was the worst time for black people? He told me. He said the 50s for sure.
Oh,
He said mid 50s, late 50s was real. My grandfather was born 42, but he said the 50s was in his opinion, it was way worse than the 60s. He said you had the civil rights movement on its rise in the early 60s, but he said the 50s.
I think
he
the
said
60s,
the racial. He said it was way worse than the 50s.
I think if I had to take a guess, the 60s was quote unquote good because it started. The publications was a little better in spreading the message about stuff.
Yeah.
So you had civil rights movement able to be birthed and stuff like that. But I mean, I wouldn't disagree with him if he said the 50s because there literally was no way to get the message out. You know what I'm saying? Like no word was getting put out like that. At least on a fair scale. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, you'll be surprised like if you just talk to people like your great grandparents, your grandparents. A lot of shit's still been going on, bro.
So I gotta think. So our grandparents would be what, a generation removed from slavery.
My grandparents 70 and 71 respectively. They definitely would know some shit.
So yeah, slavery. They say slavery ended 1865, but you know, to me, we didn't have. We were still slaves because we couldn't get no land. We ain't had no money. We couldn't get no jobs. So we was just out here roaming. And if we was out here roaming, we was either getting killed or we was going to jail. Either way, we was cooked because we didn't have nowhere to go. We wasn't given no land to cultivate on, grow shit on, none of that. So my grandfather born 42. My great-grandmother was born 1912. So technically, she's off the heels. And then my grandfather, one generation removed. So essentially, bro, like I couldn't just even imagine the 40s, 50s as a black person, bro.
Shit had to be nuts, bro. Straight up.
Then on top of that, just the resources is different. Resources are way different now, even in the terms of living. Like, it's imagine if you had heat problems during the winter. You had AC problems during the summer.
You had to fix that shit yourself.
On top of that, the white people probably had all the jobs, so they not trying to fix your shit. And if they are, they're gonna knock you over the head for it. Yep. So it's just it's a lot of fucking layers. No. They probably was, straight up telling you, you had to learn how to get a lot of shit off the muscle back then. You had to get a lot of shit off the muscle. So, like I said, man, I encourage everybody to watch this movie. Just get in tune with it. Drew, I think you would really enjoy this shit, bro. I know we kind of maybe spoiled it for you a little bit, but I think you would find it very, very, very interesting, dog. I know it's rated R, but I feel like this is a movie that kids can even watch. But, it's too much cursing and shit and all like. But I think it's one of those type of movies.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I got immediately.
I think it's more.
I thought it drew me in immediately.
That's it was painted. It was painted perfectly, but it's very informative, man. It's very, very informative, dog. I just like the way they shot certain scenes, the way they just the whole shit was put together perfectly, man. And I tell you this, I think we'll see kind of more movies like this. Cause I mean we need that, man. We definitely do. Like,
I'm not against it.
Yeah, the messages overall in terms of like black people and what we go through. I'm never against a film like that. You know what I'm saying? We done had some over the last couple of years that a lot of people really wasn't feeling. Some was. I think between this one and like Get Out, those are the ones as far as messages that stand out to me. Cause Get Out. I mean, well, shit. When you think about it, Get Out was basically off the. That was a play on the Jesse Owens shit.
Yep.
The white man kept losing to the black man.
How can we even the score?
How can we even the score? Then when you say they clone, it's damn near the same movie.
Damn near the same shit. It just got they just presented differently.
Yeah, man. So salute to they Cloned Tyrone, man. That was another great movie. You seen anything else this week or going to see anything? Barbie was a big thing for the ladies this weekend.
Yeah. Barbie definitely hit the streets hard. Shout out to everybody who took.
Shout out to Briggs, man. He went out there with his daughters, man. Drip down.
Took their daughters out to see it. Everybody who just went to go see it in period. Like, everybody was doing their thing. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, bro, like, cause somebody was in the club, and they was even dressed like Barbie in the club, and I was like, Daddy, they
got the fits going now.
They bringing 0809 vibes back.
Yeah.
They bringing the Nicki Minaj era back.
Yeah. I done seen a couple girls. They got the Barbie Crocs. I done seen some fits.
Do y'all thing, man.
Oppenheimer is another big movie that a lot of people are going to see. Dr. Umar ain't really feeling that shit though.
I can see why.
But I heard it's a great movie though. It's basically centered around the atomic bomb they built, right? Mm-hmm. I never really.
I still gotta go see the new Mission Impossible. That's what I need to go see.
Oh, okay. But as far as the atomic bomb, I don't know too much about it except what I learned in school. But all them areas is still affected by that shit till this day, bro. Yeah. Like, you can't grow nothing over there.
They don't want you even in them areas because they don't know, like, if it's any still leftover contamination, like, in the air and shit like that. That's why they like that Chernobyl area. Like, they try to keep people from going there, but people still go there and shoot YouTube videos of them walking around and shit. Like,
I wonder if you could still have some radiation effects.
That's what I'm saying.
Mind you, this is what 41? Yeah, this is 41.
They don't want nobody in them areas. People still go there though. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't play around with shit.
You know how bad a bomb gotta be for the soil to be permanently contaminated, bro?
Yeah. It's horrible.
Like, that's fucking insane.
But these are considered weapons though.
I mean, shit, that was the last one ever used, right? That was the last one? Yeah. I mean, how much people died in that shit? Do you remember?
My thing is this, man. Like when it comes to shit like that, like nobody thinking about just like the greater picture, which is like just the earth in general. Because
If you permanently fucking up soil, that's a problem.
that's a problem. And it's like you don't,
Because the earth can basically, we talked about it during the pandemic. When the
it don't
pandemic
repair
happened,
itself. Earth was repairing itself.
Earth was repairing itself.
My thing is this: like nobody knew the real power of that bomb before they just let it off. Like that shit could have very well wiped out half or even more of the world. I'm just talking about the world. We don't know how. Nobody really knows, the real true power of an atomic bomb. Like, you know
And that was 41.
That was 41. Like, because even when I watch like the videos of that shit, then like when you see like the ripple effects from the bomb, it's like, what if that shit just kept going? Like nobody really knew the true power of that shit back then.
I seen an experiment. This is of course, this had to have been a smaller, lower level. I seen a video the other day. The Navy was playing around with out in the ocean somewhere. It was an open area, and they was experimenting with a bomb. And that shit was far back because they got the cameras. It looked like it's like wide,
Yeah.
so you could tell that shit is far out. Man, when that shit came this way,
Shit real.
you dog, I was like, what the fuck? And y'all just out there playing with that shit, and
just
you probably
playing.
could have killed a whale or some shit right there.
They probably killed a few things.
And you just playing around with atomic bomb shit. Now you gotta think that's 41. Imagine an atomic bomb today with the advancement of technology.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want us to get into like nuclear weapons now, because that could be like some extension level type shit.
There's probably across the country atomic bombs under the ground.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is.
I think we talked about this in a funny way some years back. Imagine us driving downtown Charleston and then the ground just opened up. Them niggas about to shoot some shit off.
We got shit here. Like we one of the bases for that.
Yeah.
Like we literally are. So we definitely.
Nah,
got that
you
shit
right.
here.
They probably got something right by the battery. While you bullshitting.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I wouldn't
bro.
doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Them used to have,
we-
they used to have cannons over there.
Yeah, we are one of the locations. I know for a fact we were one of the locations for that. Like they tell us we've been told that.
I don't know, man. I don't think we'll ever get into no nuclear war though. It would be way too much casualties they couldn't come back from. And you already know the U.S. be on they bully, so if anybody try to shoot some shit over there, they'll just intercept that shit. I don't even think it would be over like just in the sky. I don't even think it would make it over our fucking land.
You think so?
No, hell no.
It's possible, bro.
Hell no. Definitely not. But I mean, I might catch that shit when it drop on Prime. It don't take long for movies to come out on Prime. It don't take long at all. Trying to think any other shows, any other movies that's supposed to be coming out. This writer strike is gonna have that September lined up cooked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cause every September is like prime time for television, bro.
Good thing Invincible coming back. That's all I really.
Yeah, in November.
Yeah.
They did that Adam Eve prequel episode, basically like how she found out about her powers, but I ain't gonna watch that shit because I don't want to.
Oh, they
get
dropped
teased.
the prequel episode.
It's like 50. It's like an hour long.
That's supposed to be like
her
a
storyline.
Prequel to the first season, basically.
Nah, a prequel of
To
Adam.
Oh, okay.
The girl
Yeah,
Adam.
Yeah.
They call it Adam Eve.
I ain't gonna lie, I might watch that tonight. No cap.
I might. I don't get teased. I want that shit to come
You
back.
gonna
though.
watch it before you watch the new season, basically? That was you
When
waiting on?
November comes.
Yeah.
I'll watch it before that because I know it's coming.
Yeah, you right. Because I watched that now and be like, damn, why they dropped this shit so early, bro?
Yeah, right. I'm waiting for that shit to come back. Hey, so quick question, because I was playing around with this shit. So if I told y'all Toy Story and Drumline had the same storyline, y'all would think I'm crazy?
I think you're crazy.
You don't think it's the same storyline?
How? Explain this.
Bro.
Drew, you hear this nigga?
All right, so Pete, basically, so Sean to me would be Woody. Buzz to me would be what dog name, man? Nick Cannon, but what was his character's name? Devin.
Yeah, Devin.
I dropped a thread on it on Twitter.
All right.
Y'all probably didn't peep that shit.
I probably didn't catch it on.
So certain scenes to me stand out. All right, first scene. First scene is when Buzz is showing off basically about how to fly and shit like that, right?
Before you get into, wasn't Buzz like the new kid on the block though?
Basically.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So that's a new kid on the block type shit,
Okay,
right?
I got you.
So I'm not saying it's the exact. Well, I said in a tweet that they the same movie, but they have a lot of fucking similarities. So all right, so he touched down shit like that. It's like, man, this nigga can't fly, man.
Yeah.
But hold on.
Yeah. Devin can't read music.
No, this is way before that.
Okay.
Way before that. They both like they Buzz and Devin is somewhat the same. Very cocky, They truly believe nobody can fuck with them and they are who they are.
Right.
Right? All right. So, first scene. These are the scenes that I'm connected together. I'm not going across both movies.
The parallels.
The parallels, basically. I'm just breaking down the parallels. So, Buzz, he hop up on the bed. It's like, man, he can't fly. I can fly. No, you can't. Yes, I can. So he hop up on the thing, jump down on the shit, showing off now.
Yeah.
He connect to the thing, start flying, come back down. Can. He's like, he wasn't flying. He wasn't flying. I was falling with style. All right. Devin's audition. This nigga start doing this thing.
Yeah.
What Sean say? You know, this crab ain't look down and sheep using one dog. Like, so?
Yeah.
It's like, so? So, who the fuck remembers a audition piece?
Yeah.
It's one that somebody will forget, stumble through. He was like, yeah, like you did. Dog, stop. Then he do a little freestyle on the end.
Yeah.
Start showing up. He's like, oh, Mr. Miles, guess you didn't like the required pieces written. Nah, I just thought I'd throw a little something on the end. So what Sean say? He was like, he can play, but his attitude is fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't put 3 years in the building this line. The chemistry's great. I don't want to jeopardize that. Then, you know, them boys been on the top of the hill, and they'll beat their horn for what rank they should get,
Yeah.
P1, P2, P3. Them boy hit it one time. P was like, well, your line look like they feel different. So remember now, when Buzz came back down, everybody like high-fiving them, giving them props and shit like that. All right? So now, I forgot this scene. This is before this one, the beginning. So, but in Toy Story, this one is a little bit after Buzz has showed off, but this again, it's a parallel. So remember when Bo Peep was like, "Oh, Woody, don't feel bad. You know, Andy is still be
He's still.
He's like, all right. He was like, and then Mr. Potato Head walked by, but like, yeah, in the attic.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, that's it. He pulled Buzz from under the little thing.
Right.
He was like, hey, listen here, Andy is mine,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna
That's my
take him away
kid.
from
That's
me.
my kid. Yeah.
So the boy he's like, bro, like basically like you trying me type shit. He's like, oh, what you saying, tough guy? He's like, he say you want to file a complaint with Star Command? Then you know his helmet flip off and shit like that. He get to acting like he can't breathe.
Yeah.
He's like, the air is fresh. He was like, don't you ever open up a commander's helmet on an Uncharted plane. He's like, you actually think you the real Buzz Lightyear? He's like, Buzz, look, an alien. He's like, where? He started laughing and shit. He tripping off him. All right, so you remember when Devin walked into the band room? And he started looking around. He went to the wrong side and picked out a drum. He said, what the hell are you doing? He said, I'm getting my drum. He said, no, these are for A&T drummers. You are not an A&T drummer. You are a crab. Now take it off. He said, I take it off when you calm down. And everybody was looking like, ooh. He said, everybody clear out of here. Now, dog walk up on him. He said, bro, don't you ever disrespect me. It's like, you got to get respect to get it, dog. What? You threatened by me? He's like, I don't know shit about you, crab. He was like, oh, yeah? You remember how your man Dr. Lee came all the way down to the NY to sit in my mama's living room?
Yeah.
How much is bed? He said, I don't give a damn if he stayed in your mama's bed. I own the drum line. You want to get down, you got to come through me. I take my drum off. Basically, sunned him.
Yeah.
Your raggedy ass shit, it's right over there. So basically, them two, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of fucking parallels.
I can see it.
All right, so then we go on when Devin took Sean solo.
Yeah. Shined on him.
Yeah,
shined
all
on
right.
him.
So when Buzz showing off, saying he got to fly and shit, what happened? Shit start changing around the room.
Yeah.
Andy, you know, Woody was getting shot up by Buzz and shit. You know, he was changing his scenery.
And he put like a Buzz poster and shit. Like
he took all the Woody shit down.
He went through his Buzz phase, basically.
He went through it, but everybody in the room, all the toys
was
fucking with him and shit like that, giving him his props. He having the toys work out and shit like that. Da-da-da-da-da. Andy, he end up sleeping with, you know, he looking at Woody, he looking at Buzz.
He put Woody down.
He put him in the toy chest now.
Put him at the bottom of that shit.
Who's sleeping with Andy? Buzz.
Yeah.
Andy is Dr. Lee in this movie, by the way. In the parallel.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
For sure. He gotta be.
Shining on him now. Shining on him. Those are the two scenes that are parallel. All right, the next one. Woody pick up the damn 8-ball. Well, Andy picked me. Don't count on it.
Yeah.
He said, oh, he throw the shit behind there. So then he's sitting there, he looking like, he look at the globe. He look at the toy car. He was like, Buzz Lightyear. A toy is trapped. Where?
Yeah.
Right down over there. He's like, I don't see anything. So he take the control car, try to run Buzz over. The goddamn board comes down. The globe start chasing Buzz. Buzz running. He get out the way, but it hits the damn light. The light comes, boom, hit. Knock Buzz out the fucking window.
Oh, yeah, that's when they got to go save him.
So, no. Wait, before all the toys come up, he's like, hey, y'all, RC's trying to say something. He's saying this wasn't no accident. He said this was a planned attack by Woody. So everybody start confronting him. It's like, damn, bro, you couldn't accept the fact that Andy, Buzz was Andy's new favorite. It's like, no, you don't think I would do that, would you, Mr. Potato Head? And he's like, it's Mr. Potato Head. So basically confronting him.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's go to Drumline. Mr. Evans, yeah, you finished some halftime cases yet? Yeah, just finished them. All right, let me hear it. So this nigga say, remember now, he was like, matter of fact, Dr. Lee, we had Devin run it. Devin over there chilling now.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you the big dog on campus, do your thing. He's like, nah, I really would help if somebody else did it. I don't want to do no adjustics. He's like, well, you two, Beavis and Butthead, it don't got to be perfect there. I just want to hear it. It's like, go ahead, dog. You knocked the cadence I did in like a minute. So Devin's standing there looking at the music. Nigga get mad, walk out.
Yeah.
This nigga Sean went just like this right here. He's like,
yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
So you remember that shit, right? So then he's like, Mr. Miles, what's the problem? I want to play that whack ass cadence. Then dog, he's Mr. Potato Head in this parallel. That was a bitch move, Sean. Mm-hmm. He was like, he said, I'm surprised ain't nobody ever knows. He's like, person, I don't give a damn. The boy can't read a book. He's strong and you know it. Mm-hmm. He said, have some respect for your sexually. Next parallel, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got you. You making some sense here. I can't cap.
All right, so hold on, real quick, because I don't want to I don't get my timeline fucked up. Y'all stay with me now. Stay with me. Y'all make this shit make sense. So hold on, where we at?
You was at where Devin couldn't read the music.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Devin couldn't read. Devin could read them. All right, so when them boy finally when they went through the whole shit and they had Sid's house. Mm-hmm. They had Sid's house. So Buzz is watching the TV commercial about him.
Right.
Basically, he think they talking about him. So then he realized like, oh shit, you go to Al Soyban, cop you a Buzz. Mm-hmm. Go down the road, he flip open the shit, made in Taiwan. So then he walking out all sad as shit, depressed. It's like, man, nah, fuck that. Nigga start climbing up the little rail. The window is open. And they got the music playing in the background. He's like, I can fly if I wanted to. To infinity.
Yeah, he trying to fly out there.
Try to fly. What happened? He fall, crack his shit. He comes to realize, oh shit, arm pop out the socket.
Yeah.
Oh shit, like, I can't fucking fly. Parallel to Drumline. Dr. Lee, he let Devin back on the line. The boy at homecoming. The boy start playing. The boy got the Drumline battle. So them boys, they come with the powder and shit. Devin ain't like that shit. So them boys start playing their cadence. He letting his feelings get the best of him. Mind you, you just got back on the fucking line.
Yeah, just get back.
You just get back on the fucking line. What he do? He go off script. He start walking up towards dog drum. Everybody like, what the fuck going on?
That's when the fight happened.
Fight happened. Get punched in his shit. It's like, yeah, thank you, Big Rob, for holding me down. It's like, man, ain't nobody holding your dumb ass. I was throwing for A&T.
For the team.
Then this girl was standing next to her parents. Remember, he was supposed to meet her parents.
She switched on him too.
She switched on him too. Walk off and shit.
He ain't Superman.
He walking. He ain't. Now you see what I'm going this year, right?
I got you.
All right. So then he walk into the band room. He walk into the band room. Damn, why ain't nobody tell me we had a meeting? We ain't got to tell you anything. All right. That's how you're going to be. Dr. Lee, you got to talk to the lineman. They tripping. Look, I know what I did the other day, but, you put me on the line because I can make shit happen. Dr. Lee say, no, I put you on the line because I made a mistake, and I got to do what's best. You are no longer a member of this band. And, start fading out. He walking out. He mad and shit.
That, yeah.
So both of them coming to the realization that they not that nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can be humbled, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then we go to the next scene. So the next scene when Woody and them is trapped. Woody is trapped in the crate box. The two boxes over him. Buzz got the shit strapped to his back, the rocket, but he just down and out because he realizes he ain't really Buzz Lightyear. He ain't got no more confidence. So Woody's talking to him is like, bruh, you're a cool toy. You light up. Your helmet does that whoosh thing. You know what I'm saying? You got a laser. You're a cool toy, man. Anybody would be lucky to have you. And then Woody, he kind of get down on himself. He's like, Buzz, just get out of here. Don't worry about me, shit like that. So Buzz looking over. That's at that moment, them boys came together and decided, you know what? This shit can work. He helping them push off the toolbox. Woody is pushing. Because them boys, the moving band is coming. So them boys got to get going and shit. All right. The parallel to Drumline. The scene with Devin walking to the band room to practice the cadences and shit. And them boys get the battling on the drum and shit like that. And then Sean stopped. He's like, what? Yeah, I'm the man. He said, yeah, go ahead, be the man. Without the line. He said, you the best, Devin. But when you on the field, nobody hears you. They hear one band.
Yeah.
One band.
One band, one sound.
The music sheet start rolling out the printer, right? He was like, what's that? He said, this you. He said, well, since you ain't playing right now, I'm going to use that. That's a little funny moment. They start laughing. He's like, hey, I'm going to help you with this. So at that moment, that's when Devin and Sean came together and he started helping them read the music. They playing a line, shit like that. Yup. So then this is the last parallel scene that I put together. So the scene where Woody and them devise a plan to get Sid. So you remember when Woody was on the grill and then Buzz had the rocket strapped to him. He was about to light the shit. Then he was counting down. And then Woody was like, reach for the sky. He started talking to Sid. Yeah. Then all the toys come alive and shit like that, right? They start fucking with him and shit like, he's like, we don't like to be blown up, Sid. We don't like to be messed around with. He was like, we toys see everything. And Woody head started spinning. He said, so play nice. Like, he come alive. He started talking like, so play nice. And then Sid start screaming, run on the toys are alive. Yeah. And then they start celebrating. Remember, Woody was like, we did it. And all that other shit. And then him and Buzz shake hands and shit. Then the drumline battle at the end. Because remember, Dr. Lee told Devin, he was like,
you still not on the team. I'm going to let you do this shit. Yeah.
He's like, you
got to earn your way back on the team, basically.
Yeah. So I was like, he said, be up to your section leader. And then he looking at him all happy. He's like, bro, Mini-Me, I know you couldn't stay away. So them boy start battling Morris Brown. Devin keeps his cool and shit like that. And them boy end up winning. Them boy defeat Morris Brown. The boy dap it up and shit like that. And then that's when they go into the end credits.
I see it.
I'm looking more so to the teamwork type thing, the lesson. Like,
for real, I see you.
Because Buzz and Devin both had this mental about themselves, like, bro, ain't nobody can fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the shit. Like, I'm really Buzz Lightyear. I'm really the best drummer ever, but you had a flaw. You couldn't read music.
Yeah.
Buzz flaw, bro, you're
not really a superhero.
You're not really a superhero, bro. You're a toy. Yeah. Now, granted, in the grand scheme, yes, is Buzz Lightyear a better toy than Woody? Yes. Yeah. Is Devin a better drummer than Sean? Without a fucking doubt.
Buzz had more bells and whistles. Devin had more bells and whistles. They just didn't. They like technical aspect.
Now, what was Woody's flaw?
Woody was hating on Buzz. And
what was Sean doing?
Sean was hating. Same shit.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people will look at that shit and think I was like, bro, I was looking at this shit like, bro, that shit is damn near the same fucking movie,
same
bro.
Shit. It's the same. I get what you was going with. I wanted to hear it. I was like, wait, what? But you did it. That was good.
Yeah, bro. So I was just like, if y'all ever watch Toy Story and watch Drumline, it's damn near the same fucking shit. Movie, bro. Definitely. So that was some shit I was just thinking about. What was that, Wednesday? I was like, bro. And trust me, when I told other people, it's like, bro, what you drinking on? What you smoking on, bro? Like, that shit don't
honestly, bro, I feel like you probably was off a gummy or something, bro.
I wasn't, bro.
Drew, that song some gummy shit, right? he was on a pre-roll or two, bro. Might be smoking and not saying nothing to nobody, bro.
Man, I don't.
All right.
Because when Scotty funny as hell. When I first told, I said, Scotty, what if I told you Toy Story and Drumline the same movie? He said, bro, you gonna have to break that down for me because I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So then when I sent him the thread that I did, he was like, bruh, nah, this shit make fucking sense. It makes sense. That shit makes sense. So if y'all follow me on Twitter, man, I do got that shit on my Twitter. You can follow the thread. Matter of fact, I'll shoot that shit to y'all so y'all can just look at the scenes in itself. Because y'all might start laughing when you actually watch the scenes. Like, hold on now, this shit really, it makes sense. This shit makes sense. So, but yeah, man, that was my little thick piece I had this week. You know, in terms of that. So we got to get into some serious shit that happened this week, man. Unfortunate serious shit. So we didn't really speak on it too much last week, but
it was still developing last week.
It was still developing. At that point, the girl hadn't been found.
Mm-hmm.
So Carlee, man. I don't know her last name, so I'm gonna call her Carlee Smollett. It came about that this shorty basically made up a story about her being abducted. Her and a toddler now being abducted. It was all made up. They still never really. Well, they haven't even came out. She hasn't said anything. The family hasn't said anything. Nothing. But it is to believe that she made this up because to get back at her boyfriend. Now her boyfriend done got at least like 20, 30,000 more followers since all this shit done happened. You know, he done became a spotlight on this shit now. But basically, all this shit is to get back at him. It was a hoax. It was made up. You know, police officers spend hundreds of hours of time to try to find this woman. You know, we know this is a serious thing when it comes with black women being kidnapped, being abducted. This is not something that we play around with. All for this woman to make this shit up. Where you want to start at?
I'm gonna just start with the last thing you said, man. Like, we gotta do better, man. Like, playing around situations like this that actually have affected real people, man. Like, we just gotta do better with that type of stuff, man. Because, you know, I forgot this woman's name, but when she heard about the story, she went down with the family to help them because her daughter was actually abducted the same way. Her daughter pulled over. She thought she saw like a baby stroller or something like that, which is actually a human trafficking tactic. Like, they do shit like that and they'll come snatch you up. Her daughter was actually abducted like that, and they found her dead. So,
her daughter?
No, this is another woman. Like, she went and helped Carlee's family because that situation was similar to her situation.
Oh, so she felt
she felt obligated to help them, and come to find out this was all fake.
Oh, that gotta feel
terrible for her.
That gotta feel terrible.
That rehashes a lot of shit for her. So it's like, we just gotta.
She gonna revisiting traumas.
So it's like, and she thought she was just being
a stand-up human being.
Yeah, especially dealing with that herself. So it's like, we just gotta do better, man. Like, and just protecting each other and helping each other out, man. And when shit like this happen, it gotta actually be like some genuine shit, man. Like, we just can't play around with stuff like this because you got people who spring into action for the community because they might feel like they need to.
It was a lot of people helping that girl.
There's a lot of people that came and helped.
And there was
them.
A lot of police hours used.
Not to say that this might happen again. People gonna do the same thing just because at the end of the day, we all we got. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't fault nobody for stepping up and trying to do what they did and just sharing information about it because, like I said, we all we got. We gotta love each other and protect each other. But it's like, this gotta be real. It gotta be real. We can't play around with stuff like that, man. I just want that to be like my point. Like, we just can't play around with this type of shit because he just comes home. Y'all not saying nothing.
Because remember, the original story was they found her at a Red Roof Inn, but she was really at home and she walked home. Yeah, if you kidnap my nigga, you're not walking home. You trying to get to the first spot. Yo, where the baby at?
Just crazy.
Just
man.
like with the Jussie shit.
Like, I knew that this shit was false. It was fake when they dropped her Google searches. I was like, oh yeah, this is.
How dumb you got to be search how to take money out of her getting caught. Taken two. Then Twitter is some investigating ass motherfuckers. They found her old Twitter. This is a tweet from 10 years ago. Take it two is my movie.
Do Amber Alerts cost money?
Well, like what? And this shit is never deleted now. It don't matter if you delete a thread out your phone.
You can delete your search history. It's still there.
The internet is forever. The internet is fucking forever. I was talking to my uncle. They say even on your Instagram, he said all that shit that you think you deleted from 2012 is still in their database. They could pull up every single post you ever made, every story you ever did, all that shit. Do you think she should do jail time?
This is my thing with that because it's like, to me, it's a clear mental issue. I don't think jail fixes that. She needs help. Like, that's like some other shit. Now,
slippery slope with that one.
It's a slippery slope.
Because I think she knows what she was doing based off her search history.
Exactly. So it's like, it's some accountability that needs to be. She needs some accountability, like, for that.
This is just an episode of people crashing out over a significant other.
That's
why I feel like I know she was doing. Like, yeah, they say love make you do crazy things, but I don't think that's a mental health issue. Now, people would technically say that might be a mental health issue, but I feel like this is premeditated. This is not no crime of passion type shit. She playing this all to get back. Yeah. Now, was it worth it? Fuck no.
Nah, hell no.
Hell no.
She probably still not getting that nigga back.
Yeah, like.
You know what I'm saying? Anything, he popping now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I saw the other tweets. Oh, like, girl, I get it. Look at him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I saw them type of tweets.
Did you see the other tweets?
That's crazy to me. Like,
but did you see? I think that shit was 50-50 because the other girls was not packing dog up, but they was like, bro, you could find 20 of these niggas at a DC brunch.
What we do? That's what they doing too,
bro. Listen, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. No, like this ain't. I'm just being real. I know about 5 niggas that look like him.
Yeah,
Mari's one of them. Shout out my nigga. You remember the one picture I showed? I showed him. You remember the one picture I showed you that he looked like dog, but he was real, like he was like a bodybuilder? Mm-hmm. I said, my nigga, that's you. That's like legit you. He couldn't even fight it because all he could do was laugh. But like my nigga, I said, like, Lord, listen, I know about 3 niggas that look like him. We say it all the time. We know a nigga that look like about 20 of them niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like dog is like a carbon copy. You know what I'm saying? So I saw those tweets as well. I just wanted to see that was funny.
It can go both ways.
He don't look like Mari. Be real.
Kind of, yeah. They could be cousins for sure. They could be cousins. Now, as you put it like that, but it's like you say he done gained like 20, 30,000 followers.
30,000 followers.
He popping now. He popping. Yeah. So it's like, you know, she lost a lot. So I don't know, man. Like,
he tagged him. He gonna try to tag about.
Oh, the rest of the year is booked. The rest of the year booked, nigga. Like, what are you talking about, nigga? The rest of the year booked. Book it up. Shit might be 2024 too. Shit might be up.
Going into the New Year strong, huh?
Crazy, going super crazy.
Man's probably gonna have a roster in different cities.
Man's probably got rosters in different. First off, his city is a wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's solidified.
It's solidied.
So
them girls trying to figure out what make you do her, like, you know, what you
trying to see? But you know, that was the tweets I was seeing.
Yeah. No, I feel
those are the tweets I was saying. I was like, oh, okay, this is what it is. Okay, but you know, I don't know, man. She do need to, you know, see some accountability for this. They in the South, so I wouldn't play around like, you know, just saying she need to go to jail because you don't know how the judge might try to do her. But it's like, you know, she do got to stand on some accountability because that was ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. That's really all I can say. Like, I don't.
What do you feel like? I think both. What do you think is her difference between her and Jussie? Because we felt like Jussie should have had jail time behind that. Do you think it's some like playing on? You think it's different because it was a hate crime that he did, and hers was faking the kidnapping?
Man, they kind of. I mean, with that hate crime shit, it's sensitive because we black. That kidnapping shit is sensitive to a lot of other women that actually went through that, and
especially kids, a black woman.
And yeah, black kids, black women. I mean,
I think they in the same cat. I think they in the same class,
we being consistent,
bro.
It gotta be the same. Gotta be the same.
Because I personally do feel like she should do some time behind that.
So what's the if you was just a judge, like what would you say though? Like,
it's tough, man.
Because what was Jussie looking at?
I can't even remember.
Like 2 years, 3 years, or something like that.
Yeah, we felt like he should have did time, but we didn't feel like the nigga had to go to jail for like 20 years or nothing like that. Yeah. But he had to learn his fucking lesson. Like, bro, this is not
ridiculous.
nothing.
That was ridiculous.
He didn't even end up doing no jail time.
Nah,
he got probation.
He went to jail and they got him out of jail like a week later.
Oh yeah, yup. He only did a week.
He only did like a week in jail. Yeah.
So what was his sentence then?
He got sentenced.
It was months. It was only some months at that.
It was like 8 months, 8 or 9 months or some shit.
And he only did a week.
He only did a week. They got him out of there.
I wouldn't be against her getting some months. It don't gotta be nothing crazy.
Sit her down for the rest of the year?
Yeah, or more. 6 to 8.
Come back home in February?
You gotta learn your lesson, bro. Like, that shit is not nothing to play with.
Come back home in February?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, just be real. I'm not trying to say the girl gotta go through no traumatic shit because we all know how their jails and prison systems are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, jail don't rehab nobody. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what. And seeing.
But does she deserve a slap on the wrist for this shit too? Like, come on, bro. Like,
My thing is this: she was getting her nursing degree and shit like that. Like, I'm not trying to derail her whole life. She don't.
No. Be clear. I'm not saying the girl got to do years upon years in prison.
That's how I'm looking at it. Like, she still deserved to, try to have a normal, some type of normalcy after this.
Yeah, definitely. So, but she got to get disciplined, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand firm on that. She got to get disciplined. I don't think her feeling sorry for herself, because I know she feels sorry for herself. I don't think that's enough.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know how she feeling in that house right now.
We don't. They haven't said anything. Then even when I look at the parents' interview, I going back and looking at shit, the dad didn't look comfortable at all. The dad looked like he was playing along with some shit. Shaking his head a certain type of way. I don't know.
At the end of the day,
we don't know, because the family hasn't said nothing, Mo. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, in a way, that's a blessing too.
What if the parents are like,
they gotta hold their kid down regardless, bro.
I'm not. If the parents played in on this shit, that's nasty. Because I don't know no parents who would play along with no shit like that.
As far as her devising the plan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's super nasty.
But I don't think the parents would.
I don't think they did that. I don't think they did that. Shit, they look more out of the loop than anybody. I don't think they had a hand in it.
Usually when plans go down like that, it's involving the boy, they talking them off a ledge. So yeah, they probably didn't know. Mm-hmm. Drew, what you think about this whole situation?
I don't know, bro. Like, it's jail time is all right. It's a lot to really play a part of. Like, if you think, all right, this is the second situation, but you got a mass, like it's a ripple effect. You got this young lady who lost somebody in a similar way.
Who's
helping the family.
Yeah.
You got
bunch of police.
You see what I'm saying? The time, the effort,
hours,
all that shit. Helicopters, the gas.
It's a lot of manpower went into this.
Yeah,
shit.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's niggas riding up and down the highway. That's just average fucking Joes who probably.
Think it was millions, thousands of people on Twitter just trying to spread information and all kind of shit, bro.
So it's really tough to really call it. Like, what the fuck? But it has to stop. Like, somebody has to be the example of.
You can't play around with
you
this
call
shit,
what
man.
Cry wolf, essentially. Like, you're crying wolf.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you use the baby as.
It's nasty. It's nasty. So, what really comes of it is I've seen people talking like, yeah, have you ever been through nursing program? And no, I haven't. But I know batshit crazy when I see it. And that's giving batshit crazy.
Yeah.
You don't play around like this.
Her pursuing her nursing degree had nothing to do with her devising a fake kidnapping plot.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and I mean, it's nasty because it's like, well, we didn't expect black men to come to our defense anyways, and it's like, well,
how
man,
so? Like why are we using this moment to be divisive when everybody just came together?
Yeah.
Everybody just came together for her.
Everybody came together,
and it's like we still doing that.
So yeah, now
as soon as some shit get exposed, y'all show y'all true colors. That's all that shit is.
Yeah. Oh,
some of y'all played it when everybody literally was coming together to find it. Just like Jesse, when we found out that shit about Jesse, everybody's like, damn, bro,
they didn't say nothing. We just didn't speak on it.
No, some niggas did. I know me specifically. Like, we talked about it in the chat. It was like, damn, bro, these Trump supporters getting out of hand, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But as more except with Jussie, the details came out quicker.
Yeah.
See, with her, it took a few days.
Yeah.
When Jussie first said that shit, it was like, damn, he got attacked. We knew he got attacked. But then when his story, so remember now, his story came out the next day. Mm-hmm. His shit, the first day, all we knew was he got attacked. So he's like, damn, bro, these Trump supporters getting out of control. What the fuck going on? Then it was like, okay, they pour bleach on him. Subway, 2 a.m. in the morning.
They pour bleach in a hot sauce bottle.
Yeah. And this is in Chicago in the middle of a vortex.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. in the morning, something don't sound right. So with her, like Drew said, bro, like, it gotta be.
Something has to come from this. And it's not a slap on the wrist. But intervention, I mean, jail time is, I feel like, she didn't really. Is this a crime? I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you're wasting.
I think faking the kidnapping is a crime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they will find a charge regardless.
Or a fine or something.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
It's some type of charge. I don't think you could play, bro. If going in people's mailboxes is a federal crime, faking a kidnapping has to be some level of a crime.
Oh, for sure.
Has to be.
Because she was missing more than 48 hours, so that means as time goes on, different cases, different departments end up taking the case. So like FBI probably got involved.
You got to stop to do this to accommodate this.
You see what I'm saying? So you're wasting manpower
You're
that,
missing
Wasting
manpower.
resources. You wasting
should
my
be
time.
going on somebody else's cases when ultimately you just bullshitting around and trying to get somebody
Oh, faking
else.
a death is a crime.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So faking a kidnapping has to be a crime.
No doubt.
I don't know how much years you could get for faking a death, but it's serious.
Yeah. But I mean, again, something has to come from this because this is what 2 years, not 2 years in a row. Because that Jesse shit happened 2 years ago.
19,
That was
4.
2019.
4 shit, Jesus
So
Christ.
4 years, bro.
Yeah. So
Year before the
I
pandemic.
don't want another 4 years to happen, and here we go again through some shit like this.
Yeah, but I don't like the divisiveness too, because everybody came together for this
Everybody
girl.
came
for
together.
So
sure.
then when we started questioning, it was like, oh, no, y'all know this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Knock it the fuck off.
Yeah.
It done been exposed. We have the text message. This be my thing. Y'all are so dumb with the advancement of phones. First of all, you're texting out certain shit. You're literally typing in searches, right? I'm not saying I would ever do this, and I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. You wouldn't think to get a fucking flip phone or something to communicate or something like that? I'm just being like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're using a smartphone.
In your name.
Not to mention, you're already using an idea of a movie that
Fucking dummy.
millions have seen. Like, we've seen this movie over and over
And over again.
I'm
We was
pretty
like, bro, this the only movie he fucking do?
Come on. We got tired of that shit after the second one. So
Yeah, we got tired. And that was 2013.
And then you're saying the second one was your favorite? Oh my God, that's not even like
You didn't even think to delete the tweet? At least that much.
man, honestly, like, and that just goes to show like,
It's funny, but it's serious at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, Carlee.
Yeah, it's crazy, but also it goes to show you that, to really delete something, you need to throw a bomb in this essentially. Like,
Yeah, throw a bomb.
Yeah, you ain't no fucking going back and delete your whole Twitter. Like, that's ultimately like the end goal of a lot of shit for a lot of people, because them being able to dig is not a race. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
It's tough. It's a tough bullet to bite. But nevertheless, for my opinion, bruv, like I just think, sure, they got to do better. We as a people need to do better. But
That's how I feel.
yeah,
Man. We just gotta do better with
because
shit
there's
like that,
there's
man.
people
Like,
who are literally getting snatched
Every
single
day.
Every day, bruh.
And this shit is not a game, and it's very bad. Like, know how
it's
bad it
horrible.
is. Yeah.
Like, even like I don't know if y'all been paying attention to, like, even like how the kidnappers going down out of the hotels. Like,
Oh, for sure.
The hotels even been coming out saying like, yo, like, this has been going on. We've been trying to combat it. We just don't know what to do. Like, we were trying though. Like, it's not like we just letting it happen. But this is a real thing, and people gotta pay attention to what they playing with, man. Because, like I said earlier, there was a woman who specifically went to help based off her dealing with that same unfortunate event. So it's like, we just gotta do better with that type of stuff, man.
Please don't crash out over an insignificant other, man. Man or woman, please. It's never worth it. And a lot of these times, that's what I thought before. That's what I thought, man. She cheating or something. But I didn't think it was a get back because he was cheating. I thought she was creeping with the side or something like that and got caught up. They use baby because, listen, everybody knows them babies, man, they can be used as bait. If I see a toddler on the side of the road, I'm sorry, I don't see myself stopping. If I am, I got the blicky on me. I tell you that much. I got the blicky on me. Cause like first of all, you seen a toddler. You was the only one who seen the toddler. Nobody else called the shit in on the highway. Then you so dumb you don't even recognize they got cameras in certain spots that you can't see on these interstates now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, come on, man. Like this. She's just a dummy, and if she's held accountable, like, I'm not saying she got to get significant time, but I wouldn't feel sorry for her, bro. Like, but there needs to be a stop to this type of shit. We just had this with Jussie, now we got this with her. It's like, stop playing around with these serious shit that affects black people more than anybody, if anything. Like, stop it, bro. Stop.
Y'all playing with real issues, man. Real things.
I don't understand it, man. So, speaking of some more legal shit, G Herbo faces 20 for fraud. He got found. He copped the plea deal. He's looking to probably do 2 to 3 years. So
doing too much, man. Doing too much, getting ahead of himself, man. I always looked at Herbo as one of the more level-headed ones that came out of the whole like Chicago wave. That was like that 2012 wave. sometimes.
Yeah, let me read this real quick.
Yeah.
G Herbo faces up to 20 years of prison after agreeing to plead guilty to federal wire fraud charges with allegations accusing him of using stolen identities to fund private jets, a Jamaican villa, and designer puppies, and then lying about it to the federal agents. But this goes to a kind of similar to a conversation we was having about artists making music. Now, I'm not saying G Herbo don't got music.
Yeah,
He could have
I
just,
don't know.
I mean, not making money off his music. He could have just been really just trying to get over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, bro, this goes to show, man, a lot of these niggas really don't got it like that. I want to play. You keep talking. I want to find this clip.
You don't know what a lot of these dudes doing. Like, you don't know what a lot of these dudes really doing to. You don't know what a lot of these dudes doing to show you what they show you. That's all it come down to me. Again, I don't know his financial standing or what he do, how he making it off music, but you know that's what it looked like to me. It looked like Buddy just probably got ahead of himself, trying to do too much, because smacking private jets and resort villas and shit like that, you're doing too much, bruh. You're doing too much if you're using stolen identities for that. You too ahead of yourself.
Nigga, some people have done life behind that shit, depending on what they did, they level. Niggas get serious for fraud. That fraud is not a fucking game. Hush Puppy. What'd he get? Didn't he get like 20 plus?
He got 20 plus.
That shit is ridiculous, bro.
And that's after he cooperated.
Yeah, so then his time got cut down, didn't it?
Yeah.
To like 11?
Mm-hmm.
Let me play this clip by Method Man. Let me see, because this shit was hilarious.
Taking private jets. I think I earned that by now and shit. Where are they getting this money? I want to know. Like, they got a deal or some shit? It can't be. No, there's no fucking way that they fly in private. Like, that money long as fuck, because we talking at least minimum is 30 grand.
Fat Joe, he said that's a waste of money.
I still ain't taking private jets.
30,000 for a round trip on a private jet, and you flying private all the time? Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. But I mean, that just goes to show, man. I'm not saying G Herbo don't got the bread. He could have just been a nigga trying to get all over, have his cake and eat it too. But a lot of these niggas are they don't got it like that. A lot of shit is just to upkeep an image. That's why a lot of these rappers was crawling for bread around the pandemic. These are facts. A lot of these niggas couldn't maintain that image because there was no more shows going on. You already don't get your money off streams like that, so you know it's the pop-ups, it's the walkthroughs, it's the shows, it's all that other shit. A lot of these rappers don't got it like that, man. Mm-hmm. They wearing fake jewelry and shit. Like, I don't know, man, but I just thinking about G Herbo kids, man, more than anything.
He just had one. Just had another one. You got 3.
Yeah, you got 3 kids. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate, bro. Very unfortunate, but you got to be held accountable for your actions, man. I don't even want to. Designer puppies? Well, like, what is that?
I mean, that's what they call, like, you know, the exotic Frenchies and shit like that.
Oh,
that's what they call it.
They just put another name in front of it.
They just call it just to make it a little luxury. They charging $3,000 to $5,000 a piece for them, so you know, it's a luxury at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. Hopefully he's the last person to do this shit as far as rappers. Y'all better stop playing around with that shit, bro. Stop playing. YNW Melly, they had a mistrial. It was 9 jurors that found him not guilty. 3 of them found him guilty, so they declared it a mistrial. So it doesn't mean that he's scot-free. Prosecution can still they can still come at them, but they have a time. I don't know exactly what the time frame is if they want to, but that's where it's at right now, man. This is about a 4-year case too. Do you see him walking away?
Jail? He been in jail since
18, 19 for sure, definitely. This case has been going on for a minute. I mean, so I don't know what the prosecution gonna. I'm gonna assume they're gonna keep going because these are murder charges. So
yeah, they feel like they got their guy, so they might try him again.
They're gonna try him again, but this was a big W for him and his team, though. I say that.
It depends though, because it's like they would have to pull that jury from the same area. Everybody knows that this case pretty much public knowledge at this point. So it's like, who to say they might try to do the same thing and lose again? Who knows? The big thing, like how you said, it comes down to, like, you know, that the amount of time they got to make that decision to try him again. Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to for me. So, you know. But like you say, that's a dub for him. If you count.
You think he's guilty?
Man, that case kind of crazy because they're saying that he.
Dog looked kind of off. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh yeah, I always thought he was off. I'm gonna say that. Let me say that off. I always thought brother looked kind of off. This is before I know he so allegedly killed those dudes or whatnot. But
These supposed to be his friends.
they said
right?
so. They said the situation was those two guys had approached Mel's mom and was like, if he don't quit playing with her son, this is what I've been reading.
Okay, yeah.
If he don't quit playing with them, I guess talking about some money or something, we gonna kill him or whatnot. Blah blah blah. Mel tells them, yo, like y'all approach my mom with that shit. I got something for y'all. This is what I've been reading. So,
because I don't know too much about it.
My thing
either.
is, they're saying that he shot them from the front seat, but the ballistic report showing they got shot from behind in that car. So it's like, who shot them? Because he was supposedly in the front passenger seat, and the two dudes was behind him.
They in the ballistics say they got shot in the back.
Shot from behind.
Well, that's a fact.
That's a fact. So it's like, who shot them? Who shot these dudes?
I mean, he ain't dashed from the Incredibles, so
that's what I'm saying. So if y'all can't put those exact shootings on him, what do y'all have? That's my thing, and that's already been proved. That's been
based
proven,
off science.
That's been proven beyond reasonable doubt already. So
he could walk.
He could walk. And 9. My thing is this: 9-3. That tells me a lot. 9 jurors say he
not guilty.
That tells me a lot.
Damn. And then they said judge was getting frustrated. Everybody's getting frustrated, bruh. Y'all need to hurry up. Shit.
Mean,
they said they was arguing.
Frustration that y'all got to remove y'all personal shit from the actual case.
Yeah, it got to be straight facts.
Got to be straight facts, and the facts is, y'all can't place the exact shootings on him. So it's like, what
do you know what he's facing? I'm assuming that these are murders.
They're trying to give him the needle. They trying to give him the needle.
He got priors?
I'm not sure, but based off that being like a double
what
homicide,
state is this?
It's Florida.
Oh yeah. They don't play around with murder in Florida. I did read about. Yeah, you're right. They are trying to give him the needle.
They're trying to give him the needle, bro. Like, he was on death row. So it's like, I don't know, man.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. We definitely going. This ain't the end of that. I tell you that much. We definitely gonna see what's going on with that. So, the gay guy who went into the bar accused him of being homophobic because the barbershop because he walked around and asked for nobody wanted to cut him. Off rip, I didn't get that shit no burn. I'm just bringing it up because it was something that was prominent conversation this week.
He said when he walked in, they was like, "Damn, you sure got dressed to come here," and everybody started laughing. He took offense to that. Which is like, bruh, y'all niggas done been to barbershops before.
We done talked about this before.
My thing is this, man.
Terry Crews started this
My
shit.
thing is this. You said niggas denied you service, but in the same story, you said you actually got a haircut in that same exact spot.
That's a lie off rip.
What are we talking about, bruh?
Still end up getting a cut.
So in fact, nobody didn't deny you any service at all.
First of all, you didn't have an appointment, nigga. You went around, you asked.
Niggas
because
said,
most
no,
of the time, have an appointment. You'll see barbers, depending on the shop, waiting on their appointment.
That happens.
So you going
especially nowadays.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Yeah. See, my barber, he don't do appointments. He do first come first serve.
Right.
So you walk in there, you got to sign in.
Listen,
and he going down the list.
There's barbers that tell you straight up, you can't even talk to me if you ain't got no appointment. Yeah. And that's their policy.
And if you walk in at 11 o'clock and somebody got an 11 o'clock appointment, he gonna sit there and wait on this. Like, bro, I can't cut you right now. I got an appointment at 11.
That's
next
not,
one. Oh, I got an appointment.
That's not
being homophobic, bro.
I want this to be very. I just want this to be very clear. That's not him denying you service.
Yeah, that's not that. It's not that at all.
But for you to say that these guys denied you service and then in the same statement say that you got a haircut in that same establishment, you're lying.
Yeah, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. And again, we all know what this is a play
on. We already
on.
get this negative stigma about us
the
in
barbershop anyway.
Bro.
Yeah,
like y'all gotta be careful about that shit, bro, because that's our spot, bro. That's our shit. We not policing salons. We not policing nothing else that everybody go to do their personal upkeep, bro. We never do that. But for some reason, niggas have these negative connotations about us in our personal spaces, bro.
False stereotypes.
These false stereotypes about us, bro. And I don't appreciate that type of shit,
bro. We don't be worrying about y'all.
We don't be worrying about y'all.
We don't give a damn who you is, my nigga. If you an animal and you can talk and you need a haircut, you get a haircut. Nobody turn down no damn money.
To me, it's
anybody could get a haircut in the barbershop.
To me, he took that joke the wrong way. That's where it stems from.
That's all it is.
That's all it comes from for me.
That's all it is. That's all it is, Mo. We know that. But we know that though. When I first seen it, I was like, bro, I know what this is. You was in your feelings, and now you trying to get people to turn on straight black men for one, and do like you said, put a negative connotation on the fucking barbershop again. Terry Crews just did that 2019. And he wasn't going. We don't be talking about y'all in the barbershop, man. People don't be in there talk. I remember there was another girl who said the same thing about a barbershop, talking about, they was talking about something. And it was like, bro, like.
That's a lie, man.
Come on, man. And if it is a barbershop that is doing that, bro, like, okay. But I've never been in any barbershop up and down this East Coast that's ever been on no type time. We can't even. If kids are in the barbershop, you can't even curse if kids are in the barbershop.
Hey, y'all gotta watch.
Yeah, chill out, bro. Like,
we
got kids in here. Women in there, nigga, shut your bitch ass up. That shit don't fly, bro. Like, no, chill out, bro.
Like,
we not having a debate of that magnitude.
Fellas in there, that's our time.
That's our time, yeah.
But if we respect people who in our space at the time, bro. Like, we don't.
I remember when I was a kid one time, I had to have been 7, 8 years old, and dog was like in the shop, like wilding. Barber like, hey, bro, like we got kids in here, dog. Like, chill out, relax, chill out on that type time. Like, they don't play that shit. That's just always been how it was in barbershops.
We had a pool table in my barbershop at one point, and this shit was so crazy. Like, they would be like, yo, we not playing pool unless there's no kids in here, because it can go overboard sometime on the pool table. So, like, I don't be like, I've grown up around positive examples and all that other shit. I'm not negating nobody who might have had negative.
No, it's happened.
But it's like, it's happened, but that's not like the overall picture of a black barbershop, bro. I just wish people to stop doing that shit.
Nobody's denying you in a black barbershop if you're gay.
Bro. Nobody denying you.
That's
gay,
not
bro.
happening.
That's just not happening, man. Like, cut it out, bro. That's just a fact. I'm tired of that type of shit, bro.
That shit is sickening.
That shit dangerous, bro.
No, it is.
That shit dangerous as fuck, bro. Quit doing that shit.
That could fuck with people money too.
And
he was trying to get the barbershop shut down.
He put
a Facebook post up, right?
He put the Google search up for that barbershop. I'm like, this is the barbershop, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, like, you on some sucker shit, bro. After you done said you actually got a haircut out of there.
Yeah, so your ass just had to wait. You felt entitled to a cut. That's all that shit was. You felt entitled to a cut because you thought you could just walk in there. When that barbershop probably, it sounds like to me, everybody goes according to appointment. Yeah, appointment based. There are a lot of barbershops, like you said, especially now that are appointment based. Ain't no walk in and get a cut. And if you do, you're going to be waiting.
You're going to be waiting. Yeah. And that's just how the game goes.
That's how the game goes.
Especially in 2023. So
Facts.
it's like, bro, like I never bought that nor get that no PT at all. Straight up, bro. I'm like, bro, like quit playing.
Stop playing with niggas, man. What is going on, bro? Like, I don't even know where you even think that you could. How did he think that was gonna fly? Cause off rip, the Colts was on. Nah, bro.
Nah, you're lying, bro.
Try again.
You asked 4 barbers to cut your hair. They said no, and then somebody just automatically cut your hair. No, those other 4 barbers had appointments, my nigga.
You had to wait.
You had to wait. That's all it was.
I don't understand.
like cut the malarkey, man. Cut it, man.
I don't understand it, bro. I don't get these niggas. I think they just be fishing for shit. I think the world moves off of controversy. Like, there can never be a standstill moment of everything just is cool. It's always something that gotta be talked about, something going on. Like, we think, even when we talk about Zeus, what fuels you, Zeus? Controversy. Negativity.
It ain't nothing positive happening on Zeus Network at all.
Like, the world can never be at a standstill. That's not possible. There always got to be something going on.
That's some exploitation shit, honestly. Cause how y'all got Raspy and Orlando Brown looking on Zeus is disgusting, low key.
They playing off their traumas again.
Yeah, that's basically their whole existence.
They still on that Raspy Chris Stokes shit.
No, but that's like a part of why they're on there. Like, gotta be.
And I'm gonna be real, man. And I've spoken on this before. I might have tweeted about it, but that Raspy shit, I don't even play around with that shit because, for one, he been on the internet with that shit for way years. Before it was popular.
World Star days.
I remember when he first talked about it in 2008 on YouTube. I remember he had, like, on a blue shirt, he had Marcus Houston on the phone, and he was describing everybody's shit, pause, like, that nigga, and his story has never changed. It has never changed. That's how I know that nigga not lying about it. So I wouldn't be using that nigga's what he go through. Like, bro, he still say to this day he can't be around that man. He got to live with that forever. That is never leaving him.
I would never play with nobody pain like that.
Yeah, no,
bro.
hell no.
That's just me
And then Orlando, we all know Orlando really got mental issues. That's one
bro.
that I know for sure. Like, he's not playing the mental thing, no.
Something wrong with bro. He need help.
Yeah, something wrong with didn't he get baptized a couple years ago?
I think he did.
Yeah, but so like, I mean, Zeus is owned by a black man too.
King Bach was one of the founders, and some other dudes.
But see, we get to complain about what the white people be doing, but y'all go around, y'all turn around, y'all do shit like that.
Yeah, man.
That shit is sick, man. That shit is sick. I don't understand it, bro. Like I really got no words for that shit, dog. Like, niggas can't sit up here and complain about what the white man be doing and turn around and do shit like that, bro. That's all I know. You can't. You can't, bro. Like, you simply can't. I don't understand how niggas can even turn a blind eye. I mean, even just indulge in that shit. Like, bro, I know reality TV has been a part of the black community probably for like almost 20 plus years now. I get it, but there has to be a line. I feel like they gotta be a line. Like, I get the, you know, when you got the real, like the real world road rules challenge type shit. I'm not against shit. Why black people ain't never had a game show like that, a challenge like that? That really ain't heavy induced in drama. Why we can't have shit like that?
Yeah, ask these producers, man. These dudes pulling the strings, cause it come down to them.
Hey, man, I go back to they Cloned Tyrone, man. That's all I got to say.
Hey, man.
But, I mean, it's just, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. These niggas, man.
Shit wild, man.
You seen that thing about Terry Crews speaking about the sexual assault in the industry again?
What'd he say this time?
He basically just spoke about him being sexually assaulted again, the same shit. He bringing it back up. And then I just seen this video of this dude. He was on Mad Podcast talking about how some dudes. Now I will say I had heard whispers about that since I was a kid, but it was just whispers. He basically talking about how these dudes don't be wanting to sign to certain companies, but they'll basically sexually assault them. Then when they wake up the next morning, they don't know what's going on. Then they show them a tape of, yeah, bro, like, this is what you did. So what you want to do? You want to sign here, or you want to
getting extorted, basically?
How you feel about that shit?
I mean, like you said, I've been hearing about shit like that. Like, we've all put the tinfoil caps on at one point and just been deep diving in certain things, just reading on things. Like, we've been hearing about shit like that, and you know,
sexual assault in the music industry is something that is talked about, but not on a high level, because everybody just be like, man, that shit fake. That ain't fake shit. But it's been talked about on a lower level by multiple of people. I've heard Melissa Ford talk about it.
Yeah.
Pimp C somewhat has talked about it. Rappers who like, see, the dude who was on Mad Podcast, he don't have a name.
He was doing like management and shit like that. I forgot exactly for who, but
it never be the major artist ever talking about this shit.
It'd be people who've been around. It'd be people
who just been around the circles.
Hey, man, like, you know, like I was saying though, like, we've all done like our own, like, you know, iceberg searching, and within that, so we know certain things. So it's like, you know, I always say this, man.
Ask people in Atlanta, they know. When you it be on that type tone though.
No,
it always go back to, you know, talk to the people in the streets. They know. It don't never be talked about like on a national stage, like by media,
unless it get over it until it get too like R. Kelly, like on some
P.
shit
Diddy.
like that. Yeah, but it's like, you know, when you got an unregulated industry that's always been unregulated, that's what you get. You get shit like that happening.
How many of the how many of the big artists you think have done that?
Only God knows, bro. Honestly,
like, you couldn't even put a percentage on it. Line up 10 of them. How many?
I can't.
You can't, because you just don't know.
Just don't know. You don't know how. You don't really. We don't
really know.
Don't know these niggas for real.
We wouldn't be surprised if it came out though.
Surprised, but I don't know these dudes, bro. We don't know. Well, we only know
the way Dog was talking about it in that math clip.
He knows some shit.
Told me that man knows some shit, bruh. That man knows some shit. Let me see if I can actually find that shit, because Dog had posted that shit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it, because he looked like, here we go.
He don't know. A nigga that's a square, He don't know. Yeah. So he don't know watch your drink. He don't know. So now he drink behind a nigga. He get drugged. They rape this nigga. They rape this nigga. Videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they give him a shitty contract. They play the video of him getting fucked by like 3 niggas. He ain't never been doing shit like that. So he like, man, what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna sign. And you gonna give me money? So rather than get that story put out, he gonna sign that bad contract, which is the 360 deal. He gonna take that advance, which is recuperable anyway. So they gonna give him the money just to take back and own the rights to his shit.
I'm sitting here with 5 niggas that got the same look like I killed 9 niggas.
Yo,
I give you 5 stats. I'm over here with 5 niggas right here. Everybody is like this. Tell me who that
game is ugly, bro.
Math Papa crazy for
listen,
one
listen, hold on. Listen, the game is, listen, bro.
Was it?
Listen, the game. A nigga that's a square.
Putting a 5K bounty on that type of information is wild.
One thing we never know is the people also. We never find out the name. We never find out the name of the person who do it. Unless they actually come out and say themselves like they've been assaulted, like Terry Crews. But it's like,
you remember that singer Houston when he had his mental?
Yeah. That nigga took his eye out.
To get away from all this shit.
Basically get away from all that shit. They say he had like some type of mental breakdown, some shit like that.
He locked himself in the bathroom and mutilated his eye.
Mutilated his eye. Yeah, I remember Houston. He had a fire track when he came out, and he got some bread from McDonald's off that because that was using McDonald's commercial.
I love it. That was the remix at one point.
It was a remix.
He was starting.
I like that.
He was starting
like
a bubble.
That.
He had.
Dog had a buzz, and then industry, man.
He saw some shit.
That industry, man.
He saw some shit. Something might have happened to him.
Something he wasn't supposed to see.
Something he wasn't supposed to see, or something happened to him that wasn't supposed to happen.
I remember Houston, man.
He checked out that shit immediately.
He did not last long,
I ain't
bro.
fucking with this shit. This shit ain't it. I always think about him. Sugiana. I always think about that video she dropped 2 years ago, crying, pleading with herself. Like I really feel like I sold myself to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas forget about this video, but this is why I speak on her. How I speak on her. She clearly says she feels she sold her soul to the devil. She clearly says this.
Her and Umar are supposed to have a sit down soon.
Hey man, I hope Umar asks the questions that matter.
That might be his most watched interview.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That might be his most watched. Because I want to know what type of... I don't even think she's going to be understanding some of the words he's going to be saying. Not saying that Umar uses a lot of big words, but he talks very clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he going to ask direct questions. He's going to speak. She might not... I'm not saying she's stupid or anything of that manner, but them two having that conversation...
She gonna have to dish that persona to have that conversation.
That's why I feel. That's basically what I was getting to. Like, bro, you're going to have a serious conversation. It can't be no jokes.
If she come through with that shit, Umar gonna strip that shit, bro.
He gonna strip it. Yeah, he'll strip it. But I mean, it look like they're gonna have to sit down soon. She replied. I'm gonna
watch it.
He looking to do it like within this week, actually, because he said he's gonna be somewhere the 28th and the 29th. So if it's this week, we might see it like early August. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But back to my point.
Yeah,
though,
about the industry.
We've seen these type of things said, and we've seen stories come from people. So it's like
these parties, these rooms.
When we talk about them rooms, that's what we're talking about. Like, they have movies, Eyes Wide Shut, kind of speaking on what be going on in closed circles, inner circles. They speak about this type of shit, but it's not spoken of in masses. But people talk about this type of shit all the time.
How do you feel about the artists who feel their only choice is a sign?
That's got to be a terrible feeling, man.
I would feel bad for them. I would even trip off them, to be real. If that really happened to them,
you got taken advantage of, bro.
I got taken advantage of. I got extorted.
You got raped.
I got raped.
You were violated.
They're gonna expose me if I don't sign. Then on top of that, I need the money. That got to be a tough fucking decision, bro.
You were violated on many layers. You were violated.
You was violated business wise and physically,
mentally,
shit,
bro.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That ain't nothing. That's not even a joke. That's not no laughing matter.
But think about how many artists are doing that right now.
Yeah, we don't.
But they trying to cover it up with the money they making.
With the money they making, the image they put out,
family getting taken care of.
Some people, it be real pain behind these images. Some people have a bubbly image that they present to the masses, and they really hurting behind. You don't know the pain these dudes are really going through, bro.
If there ever was to come a day that they really had facts attached to these artists, I don't know how I would react. I would just be like, damn, bro, you, not you, bro, not you. But at the end of the day, you don't know these niggas. You don't know what's going on, and it's a lot of weird shit in connection with the music industry, and then Hollywood. I think Hollywood is worse.
Hollywood, man. Hollywood.
I think they're worse.
Should have eat you alive, bro.
Ain't no telling what you got to do to get certain roles. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling what you got to do to get certain roles.
That's what we know. We've known prominent actresses to speak on that.
Then with Terry Crews,
with
his
the Harvey
situation.
Weinstein shit.
Harvey Weinstein, yup.
There's a lot of shit that came out. Not just him, but different executives getting down like that. Hey, this coming.
There's a lot of sexual predators in media.
Yeah.
Hollywood, Matt Lauer.
It's sexual predators on every level, bro.
Yeah, sexual predators on every level.
Speaking on that type of shit, like with these photographers that be doing certain shit, bro.
Oh, you can tell. Yeah.
Like we always speak on that type of shit, bro. Like, what's your real aim? Like with some of these, like shoots and shit, bro. And that make it look bad on people like Drew who move with pure intentions with this shit, like so. It's drawbacks on every industry, man. Just gotta protect yourself.
Hey, man. I pray for y'all who probably going through that shit, man, because I know that shit gotta be a sick feeling. But that's why I feel like when it come to rap, man, it gotta be certain codes within shit, man. A verbal code, action code, like. Certain shit we shouldn't be able to allow, but then again, it goes back to the somewhat. I still think we can have a code even without ownership, because then I think that would essentially make the owners bend the knee. I think us as the people, like without us, there is no Lucian.
Talent, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm just throwing names out there. No Lucian and none of them other prominent, record label owners. You know what I'm saying? They billions up. But if we was to put our foot down and have a code with certain shit, a lot of this shit wouldn't be going on.
Mm-hmm. Without no talent, there's no product to sell.
There's no product to sell. Like these rappers be talking about union and all this, man. Y'all niggas don't want to have no union, man, because everybody is just like
everybody out for themselves.
Everybody out for themselves, and which is cool. That's fine, but don't dress it up like that's something y'all really want to do. Because everybody don't got the same contract for one.
And that's the main thing that Pimp C was speaking of in terms of starting a union. Like, like if we all just sit down and actually talk to each other and we start sharing information about our business dealings, because at the end of the day,
nobody wants to share info.
We in because nobody, it's a pride thing. And we all deal with that. Nobody want to tell the next man who they might feel that they better than as a rapper that they
it could cost nothing.
It could cost nothing.
And they don't want to share it.
They don't want to share it.
Because nobody wants to see the one up on them. That's just what it is.
Or they not getting nothing out of it.
That too.
The one up and not getting nothing out of it. Well, if I don't see,
so I gotta tell this nigga I'm fucked up, and he, but you tell him that could help everybody and you, because everybody can put knowledge together, information together, and really go at these folks the right way.
Joe spoke about that one time. How Dame was mad at him about that when he got the Spotify deal. Dame Dash was really feeling some type of way that Joe didn't really share the information about how, like, bro, like how we get in bed with these streaming, services and shit like that.
What was Joe's response to that though?
Joe, he was hurt about it.
So
because he looked at Dame as someone who he modeled after.
Who you think was right and wrong in that situation?
I don't think it's a right wrong thing. I think it was more so. I think Joe could be right in a sense, and I think Dame could be right in a sense in their own personal view. Joe, because from Joe's perspective, he could be unknowingly not know that he needed to do that based off his journey. Mm-hmm. Joe could be looking at it as like, bro, like look what I done had to do. Well, look at all the shit I went through with my music career, being stuck in a publishing deal for 13 years, being tossed around different labels, them holding my music, not being able to release it. Okay, podcasting. I've been trying to get deals for 3 years and shit like that. So when Joe Go signs the deal, he's probably looking at it like, bro, I had to grind against.
This is my breakthrough.
This is my breakthrough. You see what I'm saying? And Dame is looking at it as like, bro, at that point, you should have just been like, damn, bro, like how you get there type shit.
At what point does it become bigger than you, though, as far as like helping everybody? Because like you say, it don't cost nothing to just share. It probably wouldn't have cost Joe nothing to get on the phone with Dame like, yo, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how this helps you in your personal journey, but this is what helped me. So like,
I would feel bad. For me, it depends on the level because we haven't gotten to that level of podcast or business yet in terms of the information. In terms of starting a podcast,
that's what I asked you, because that information could help us too.
I'm never withholding information when it comes to starting a pod. I did
Because
it.
essentially, that's kind of gatekeeping.
I just did it the other day.
Right.
I've done it before.
Yeah, I've done it too.
And yeah, it's time consuming, but it's nothing for me to just sit back. Okay, basically give a breakdown.
Right.
And if I don't have the answer, I'm a tunnel you to somebody who can give you that answer.
Right.
I will do that. But I think a lot of people just don't have that certain moral type standing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people feel like, no, it's a dog eat dog world, nigga, figure it out. And I've heard people say, figure it out, the same way I had to figure it out. But then what I don't like is, and this go for music, acting, football, basketball, tennis, anything. Don't do that. And then when we get to these levels, oh man, we got to stick together. No, because us sticking together was you giving somebody information on just how to start. You didn't even want to get them information on how to start, and I hate that shit. It'll never be a time somebody DM me about, yo, bro, give me some tips on how to start a podcast, and I leave them niggas on scene. Mm-hmm. That's free information.
I've never done that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why, if you know somebody who's connected in this field business-wise, why you just, hey, bro, like, I can shoot a DM to such and such, and they don't even want to do that. Mm-hmm. You see niggas who don't even want to share content.
Yeah.
Because they don't see the benefit from it. Or they look at, somebody told me the other day, it was like, bro, they even look at your follower count. To see if it even, if I share, I ain't getting none out of this, man. Fuck that shit. But that person could be relaying some good shit. This go for anything. Real estate. We just talked about real estate the other day. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to give somebody some information on how to start up. Now, if you charging, cool. For me, it's like, bro, like, it's simple. So I think when a lot of certain people, they talk all this shit about, sticking together and being on one accord and not withholding with information, all y'all niggas is withholding information. That shit y'all be saying on these platforms just be sounding good. Y'all not trying to help nobody. And if you not, that's fine. Your obligation is only to take care of your family. That's cool. But don't put it out there like you really trying to help niggas and you not. That just be my thing.
Right. I feel you.
Because the information to me is more valuable than the money you gonna get.
The information is going to be, because the information is how you got there, how you get to the money.
Yeah. Why would I keep giving a dude 10 fish every day when I could teach him how to fish?
That's true.
But y'all don't even want to do that. It's stupid. It's on all levels. Photography too. Same shit. I know niggas who do photography and they told me stories. Same shit. But what you gotta do? You gotta pull yourself up by the bootstraps and just get it done.
I think when it comes down
but
to
then
it,
guess what though? Real quick. You know what happens when you get there? Everybody feels entitled to you.
Yeah.
Your time, your effort. So it's kind of like a domino effect, but I do feel like it's a balance. You get what I'm saying? It's a balance. It's not to say if I get to a certain level, it's like, oh no, like, yeah, if I could connect you to somebody, I connect you. At that point, it's on you.
It's on you.
But you can't say I didn't do my part.
I think when it comes down to it, like, I think we both said this before, you just got to be the change that you want to see with that type of shit. Like, you wouldn't want nobody withholding information from you, so in return, you give out as much game as you can. Mm-hmm. I do the same whenever somebody approach me about an honest opinion about some shit. Like, I tell them, like, yo, this is what it is. This is how it's going to be. It's going to go as far as you take it, and that's on you, because at the end of the day, it's your brand. Mm-hmm. Shit like that. Like, it is what it is. I don't just give nigga cookie cutter answers.
That's what it be.
So it's like,
Yeah, but I think when a lot of people talk that shit, man, it just got to be a certain code we got to have. And you can't be afraid to withhold information. That's not going to stop your shine. That ain't going to stop you from getting bread. I feel like the people who do that, they intimidated.
I know for a fact within this shit, it's enough money for everybody.
Definitely. And if you fall by the wayside, that's due to you. That ain't due because you gave somebody some information. You could have kept going on your path. That's one thing I always appreciate about, in this example, Lil Wayne. At the peak of his career, he gave us Drake and Nicki Minaj. That man could have easily been like, nah, the light is on me right now. I got to keep running. It never took away from his shit.
He's still the greatest rapper of all time to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he always, and it was always genuine with him because, bro, he never wanted to have the light just on him.
No, he
wanted them to flourish. Yeah. But a lot of people don't have that. A lot of them don't have that. It's just me only. It could be do whatever they pass, whatever the case may be, cool. But I just want y'all to talk the shit that you talk, match it up with your actions. Yeah. If you saying this about me, don't come in them circles with niggas trying to relay information, because that's not what type of time you want.
Yeah, don't even waste your time.
Don't even waste your time, because you ain't really doing it. You ain't doing it. You ain't doing it from the heart. You doing it because it look good.
Even if you do it, it's not going to be genuine.
It's not going to be genuine. Yeah. Because it look good on the gram.
Yeah. Don't do it, man.
I don't like shit like that, Mo. That shit really just, I don't like that shit. That shit burns a gut in my stomach, bro. Like, I mean, burns a fire in my stomach, bro. Like, that shit, because it's so cringe. It's like, bro, you ain't got to fake the funk, my nigga. Like, you ain't got to do that. But I think in the grand scheme, a lot of people in this world are they just care about themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a certain level of, you know, that's just what it is. Like I said something on Twitter the other day. I be seeing every time I come across these stories, every zodiac sign talk about how they got a big heart. I ain't gonna fake the funk on here and say I got the biggest heart in the world. I don't. I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I care about everything. I'm gonna be if I see somebody dying on the street or something like that, I ain't gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it's like in the grand scheme of caring about everything, just having this big-hearted personality. No. My shit more so on the medium side.
I don't think that's realistic either.
But again, it goes to the portraying a certain image. So be real, who lying? Y'all niggas lying. Y'all lying. Somebody lying.
We all humans, man. Y'all wake up some days and just don't give a fuck about nobody, and that's just
what it is. And let's say it like this: if all y'all so got big hearts, then why everybody clashing? It's not real. Y'all all wouldn't be clashing. Y'all wouldn't be breaking up every day. This X wouldn't be this. This X wouldn't be that. No, some of y'all ain't got the biggest hearts as y'all portray. I'm sorry. Y'all don't. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I do. Again, like, yeah. Overall, I feel like I'm a good-hearted person, but just to have this big... No. We not doing it. I don't care about some of this shit. Some of this shit I don't care about. Like, I'm just being real. Some of this shit is just like, it is what it is, bro. Like, I don't think that shit is realistic. I think you're just trying to portray a perfect image, and nothing is perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. Everybody got their breaking points. Everybody got their limit of, like you said, caring about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? You wish you the best and all that shit, but, you know, hey, I don't know. There's some people, they try to use that against you. Like, oh, you like, nah, I told you. Like, even when you tell somebody no one time, but they don't think about the times you told them yes. Same shit. Now I got to be the asshole because I told you no one time. But you ain't think about all the other yeses. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to loaning money. Oh, man, you tell a nigga no one time you loan some money. We seen it throughout this week in conversations we had off camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, we talking about in this economy, you asking for an exorbitant amount of money for somebody is very bold. Very, very bold.
Shit crazy, man.
People asking for $1,300 and you need it tomorrow? And you knew you needed this $1,300 weeks ago? That's wild. But you asking me for $1,300. Or you asking me for $700. Or you asking me for $900. That's crazy. That's crazy. People need that type of money, bro. I'm talking about for the average person. The average person.
I'm pretty sure you would be far-fetched to find somebody who don't need an extra $1,300 right now.
And listen, the first is next week. What we doing?
Literally next week.
Shit is wild out here, man. Shit is wild. So just get into some sports shit real quick. So this has been a major talk amongst it. I talked about it a little bit on the TL. Running backs are having a big issue right now. The top running backs feel they're not being fairly compensated. Derrick Henry has spoken support. Christian McCaffrey has spoken in support. Of course, they're fairly compensated. Christian McCaffrey getting $16 million a season. Derrick Henry, he's somewhere up there. The free agents right now, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley. This is another running back that's also on the market as well, seeking a bigger contract. I think Josh Jacobs is asking somewhere around the 16 number. Saquon is asking for the 16 number. Their tag is like $10 million, I think. Franchise tag is like $10 million.
Right.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants didn't reach the deadline to come to an agreement on a contract, so he has to sign his tag, or I guess he'll be sitting out the season like Le'Veon Bell did a few years ago. Me personally, I don't feel it's logical from a business aspect to pay a running back $60 million a season. With that also being said, I think there are some running backs who are worthy of a $13 to $15 million a season number. Josh Jacobs for me. Me personally, I don't feel like Saquon Barkley is worth a long-term deal for $16 a season based off his track record. This past season, he played 16 games for the first time since his rookie year. In between time, he literally has been IR. Literally. With that being said, I do wish him the best. I hear them talking about maybe the running backs going on a strike. I don't feel like that's going to move any needles because to me, the undrafted running backs, the late round running backs are some of the hungriest.
They're going to always replenish with those guys.
They the hungriest players on the football team, I think. Yeah. Also, like if they got the run blocking they need with an added attribute they may have, rather be speed, breaking tackles that helps with the O-line blocking, you're going to flourish. I mean, me personally, y'all heard me scream it from the mountaintops. When Christian McCaffrey was hurt back-to-back years for most of the season, 2020, I will say, though, his injuries was nothing that required surgery, though. He had nagging shit like ankle, hamstring.
He just needed time.
Yeah, he just needed time. But I was getting a little frustrated as somebody who gave him a contract first off of an amazing season.
You expected some shit immediately.
Availability is the best ability. We hear it all the time. I still think he's the best running back in the NFL. He's doing his thing in San Fran.
He definitely bounced back last season.
Definitely. I salute Christian. He'll always get my support. But I'm only talking about business. Logically, I don't see a world where the running backs are ever going to see over 16 a season again.
Why do you... So due to those key factors to you, that's why you think the running back market will always be like that?
I think it'll be around where it's at right now. Miles Sanders got the highest offer in the offseason. You know what that was for per year?
What?
6.2. Joe Mixon just took a contract cut. You know what he getting this year?
He voluntarily took a cut.
He's getting $4 million.
Why do you think?
Nah, you should be getting more than $4 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I ain't gonna go crazy now.
But
when you start getting close to that 16 number, because let me be clear, because people may think that I'm saying running backs don't deserve to get paid. Do I feel like there's a cap? Yes, I do. I will not budge on that. And the cap for me is 15.
Due to what you were saying just
now. Would you give, and this is what I always do. Since y'all want to talk that shit, will y'all pay Saquon Barkley $16 million this season for 4 years? If you need a running back. Even if I needed him, I would say no.
That's a hell of a commitment to give to.
And this is off his track record. This is all I'm saying. I need to see you play 16 again.
What last season was just like his first like real consistent season, right?
Since his rookie year.
Since he got drafted 2018?
18. And I feel Saquon. I feel him. When you at your peak, you at your peak.
I feel him. But
why would I invest 4 years of you at 16 a year?
Especially knowing just knowing the window for running backs.
When I could go get me a guy in the 6th round. Dog, Isaiah Pacheco was a 7th round pick. That nigga is nice as hell. And he may come across that problem too, but paying over 16 a season for a running back to me don't make sense. I'm sorry. Them niggas talking about all the shit that they do. Yeah, I get it. Austin Eckler, hey, dog, salute you. You do your thing on the Chargers, but they can find another one of you. I'm just being real. I think I got one of you on my team right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I take Austin Eckler on my team. No cap.
Would you pay him 15 a season?
Paying him is the thing, though.
But you look at Kansas City.
They have a big leeway.
They just drafted another boy, Sky Moore boy.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the dude? Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he had a hell of a fucking season.
7th round pick.
And you know, the thing about it is, running backs are a dime a dozen. Honestly, like you can get a running back anywhere, and to produce what you're looking for. Now, to be the breakouts like the McCaffreys, the Jason
Henry,
Taylor,
the premier franchise running back.
Now that's a different story, but. Everybody out the gate saying everybody's looking at $16 million a year is madness. Like honestly, because if that's the case and they're taking the most hits, it's a bad investment essentially. Like unless you are like the Derrick Henrys of.
What do you think is a cap for you as a GM for running back a season?
Not 16. It's definitely going to be under 16 because that's a lot of money.
For me, it's 12 to 15.
I would say 10 to 8.
10 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
You way more conservative than
But here's the thing, though. When we signed Miles Sanders, I thought Miles was going to get around that. Miles got 4 years, $25 million. Six a year. That's the highest deal for a running back this offseason.
But I'll give the incentives of certain shit.
Benchmarks.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, so that you can, okay, you want this money back, but this is what I can guarantee. I need that commitment.
One of mine going to be games played.
You see what I'm saying?
If I'm a GM.
But you need that, though. Ultimately, you need that because
that can make you strive to play better, be healthier. Put incentives in these shit.
Is games played? Is that like a fair incentive though? Because nobody really goes out there expecting to get hurt.
No,
that's true. That's why I say we it kind of gets slippery at some point.
No, but that would be part of it. Of the incentive. I mean,
I'm not saying that's the only incentive.
Yeah,
no, I get what you're saying.
Like it's a list of things that you can get your shit off on. But
it could be 1,100. It could be 15 TDs.
You got to be available. And that's ultimately where it's at. Like, you go into the game thinking you're available. You
Out
go
of
into
16
practice
games,
thinking.
how much games y'all expecting?
14.
At least 14.
You got to give me 14. And we got 17 weeks now. So 14.
I need a full 17. I ain't gonna hold you, nigga. Fuck am I? What are we doing here, nigga? What are we doing here? We have a 53-man roster. The next man up, bro.
And you want this X amount of money.
That's the football mentality.
And then the
Next
backup
man
running
up.
back is probably not even getting $1 million a season.
And he coming out there busting his ass.
Bro, listen, I just seen the Eagles' salaries for their running backs. They got 4 of them. Nobody's making over 1.6.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nobody is making over 1.6.
But
they playing their heart out.
Yeah, but that's dedication to the team. That's dedication to the committee. You know what I mean? That's
it's bigger than you.
It's bigger than you at that point. But I'm sure they have incentives that will make up the dollars.
And here's my thing: I don't mind paying a Saquon. I don't mind paying a Josh Jacobs. If anybody is worthy of that money, I'm gonna say Josh before Saquon.
No, Josh for sure.
Josh off availability alone.
Yeah, he's way more.
And he's a game breaker. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I would pay him honestly. If Josh Jacobs came to me, I would give him a deal for 13, 14 a year with incentives.
And I feel you because he's a bowling ball. You see what I'm saying? Like that type of running back.
Availability matters. Derrick Henry has been available.
I feel like Josh has shown that he's worthy of that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But and there's you know, like Jason Taylor, I think he'll be one also. You know, Jonathan Taylor. I think
I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah, and I mean he's going to get the dollars because Ursay's a retard. But excuse my language, he's special needs.
Right.
But
I
you know,
think Jim Ursay is.
Like he's just not really.
He don't got it all together.
He really doesn't, and that's okay. You know, I've came to grow to know this. But it's still one of those things. He's going to get paid, but then you look at it. We paid Andrew Luck all that money, but our biggest failure was paying Bob Sanders all that money. Mm-hmm. So and he was not available. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, yes, the impact Bob Sanders had was if he was on the field and he was available, you're going to get a direct impact.
He cannot stay healthy.
But then you see Jonathan Taylor last year. If we have those struggles of offensive line, we have the struggles of the quarterback. We don't have a premier running back. He looked very lackluster. To even think like,
seemed like he needed time to get over some shit too, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I think it was mentally draining to him because it's like the previous season I was dumbing. Now here, I mean, in the MVP candidate. You know what I mean?
Essentially handicapped.
This season. You know what I'm saying? So it was, but I also feel like, you know, he wanted to play, and I'm pretty sure we was pulling him back. Like, yeah, fake this injury, or he's on injury report. He has a strained hamstring.
Same thing we did with Christian.
You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't. Ultimately, you know, you want the longevity out of your running backs, but realistically, they're a dime a dozen. No running back should really be looking at getting $16 million unless you're a Derrick Henry or unless you're a Josh Jacobs or you're a Christian.
Self-awareness matters.
Yeah, because but also how are you going to be able to be used? I feel like will also speak those dollars, because if you're able to put a running back out at wide receiver, or you know what I'm saying, to move them around like a chess piece. You see,
he's
what I'm
a Swiss
saying?
Army knife.
So that's why, or a Debo Samuels. You see what I'm saying? Like players like that, I can see. Okay, now I'm still not giving you.
He got more leverage though.
I'm still not giving you 16 though. That's just
Debo kind of went through that before he got paid.
You know what I'm saying? But again, if you want to reach up to 16. Here's a way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, incentives.
And that's where I'm at with it, because we've seen it over and over.
As soon as you
get
paid.
I mean, look at Zeke. Is Zeke even picked up yet?
27 years old. Nope.
He still ain't got.
See what I'm saying?
Le'Veon Bell took a year off. Got paid for the Jets. Done.
That's crazy to me. Zeke still hasn't been signed yet.
See what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Todd Gurley, 2018 all season, got paid. 19, he was splitting carries.
Trent Richardson.
He didn't even get to a first contract.
Exactly. But I mean, they paid him out the gate though.
Yeah, he did.
And we paid him too.
Dog,
they couldn't run through an open door if he wanted to.
It's not me being. People got to remove their feelings from this. I'm just looking at it like this has been a continuous trend. Then even when you look at the Super Bowl winners, another continuous talking point, bro. When the Seahawks won that Super Bowl, Marshawn was making 8. Now go to the names after that. That's 10 years ago.
Right.
We coming up on 10 years of that. All these running backs, y'all for sure. I ain't got to name them. Mm-hmm. Y'all had a bunch of running back by committee. Broncos. You could just go down the list, man. And I'm sorry, running backs, but it just is what it is. It is. I'm not saying the top guys shouldn't get paid, but y'all heard me say it. pro running back by committee. I think you could preserve a Jonathan Taylor. You could preserve a Derrick Henry. You could preserve a Christian McCaffrey. You could preserve a Saquon Barkley if you do running back by committee.
All right, so Trent Richardson contract with the Cleveland Browns was $20 million, including $13 million signing bonus, $20 million guarantee, and an average salary of $5 million a year. Trent Richardson.
He got 20 M's regardless. Boom, off top.
And that was what, 2013?
Let me see.
Because he got drafted 2012, I think.
That's 2012. And then we gave him $1 million. We gave him roughly around like $4 million total, $3 million
Guaranteed?
Total just out of 2 seasons with us. And then he had $750,000 from the Ravens.
He cleaned up good to say that he ain't really.
This shit.
He up 25 M's just off guaranteed paper.
Crazy. And did nothing. Couldn't run through an open door. Could not run through an open door.
I'm interested to see how this
Browns
meeting.
paid him though.
Yeah,
God
this
damn.
meeting play out. But I'm sorry, bro. Plug and play is running back is the biggest plug and play in the NFL
for sure.
position.
For sure. And that's again, unless you're a Deebo Samuels, a Christian McCaffrey, a dime a dozen running
Versatile.
back, you're not. Don't talk to me about $16 million, bruv. And then you can't even give me a full season. Don't talk to me about $16 million, bruv. If you're like, if you want to sit here and do a podcast run for a year, cool. Watch us work.
I'm not saying, and they
I
ain't got
get
to
it.
beat.
I get
Here's
it.
my thing. I always said this about Christian McCaffrey. I don't need nobody to beat him.
Yeah.
Run the plays.
Yeah. And also, I think
That's it.
And Saquon, bro, I understand the frustration that you've had in New
Yeah,
York.
he's a special running back.
Yeah, and
but you can't stay on
can't.
the field.
But that's the thing. Like, I get it. I had to endure it to see Andrew Luck get roughed up and toss all around, bro. I get it. The first 2 years, they ain't had an offensive line that could piss in an
y'all couldn't
open
stop it.
toilet.
He was hitting
bruh.
home runs just off the strength of him.
Facts. But you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they had a nice core there. They had Odell Beckham while you was there. You've seen a lot of moving pieces happen.
And they was only together 1 year. They traded Odell that next all season.
See what I'm saying? So I get it. You never really got to see something bubble, and yeah, it looks good now. What you have now,
Yeah, they
looks
won
good.
that playoff game versus the Vikings. They look good
But until you can give them a full season,
consistently.
miss them with the 16.
Because he gave them a full season this year.
Yeah.
But do it again.
Come on now. And let's see. But again, and even then, I feel like he wasn't his full self. They pulled him out from time to time and stuff like that to check on him, growing issues. Maybe didn't finish a few games and shit like that. But again, that's somebody who's coming off of an injury and working their way back in. But again, you can get somebody who has a fresh ACL, fresh MCL, fresh all this shit.
Them running backs be hungry. The
You see
late
what I'm
rounders
saying?
undrafted. Arian Foster, undrafted.
Yeah.
Look what he did in the league for like 4 straight years. And my thing is this, bro. It's like, it's not personal. It's just business. And if you're, I've been saying this since I was a kid. When we used to have premier running backs, like, bro, split carries. Keep them fresh.
Yeah.
Keep them fresh. Split them carries, bro. Have a running back come. He don't got to run all 3 downs. Then at the end of the game, he got 28 carries. Now look at Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson was killing the NFL for 2 years, and then he was done.
He was out. They ran him to the ground.
Yeah.
Then the 04, he was splitting with Priest. Crazy duo. Crazy. 05, it was him, Dolo, really. 06, another. He was done after that. He was done.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson had 420 carries in the season.
That's wild. That's nuts. But they ran him to the ground, man.
So I think there could be a balance. It all comes back to a balance. But if these running backs think they're going to strike and get their shit, you must be crazy.
Hey, man,
And see, that's the thing. Like, Zeke got 6 years, $90 million in
Yup.
2019.
Yup.
With guaranteed money. It said there was no guaranteed money in their final 3 years beginning in 2023. Elliott is set to count $16.4 million against the 2003 salary cap with a non-guaranteed of $10.4 million base salary. You see them?
And they got out that contract swiftly.
Very quick like.
How many years he played under the contract? 4.
And so
And the only one who's been really living up to their contract is Christian. He's still under the contract we gave him.
Yeah.
Since he got traded to San Francisco.
It makes
Now,
sense.
if he continues to stay healthy, I think he could get another one.
It makes sense with his play now, though.
Yeah. Dog, think about this. Todd Gurley stopped playing football at 25. He's not 30 yet. Think about that.
Yeah.
He got his contract with the Rams at 23. Then he was out the next year. Went to Atlanta. Done. Le'Veon Bell took that year off because Pittsburgh didn't play him. And I think he said something the other day how he should have stayed in Pittsburgh. But the Jets paid him all that money. Done. He's not 30 yet.
Yeah.
Zeke and Dalvin Cook are 27. Not picked up.
I mean, I'm sure they'll end up on the Ravens, one of them niggas. But, you know, that's...
Honestly, bro, I don't think neither of them play in the league again.
You don't think so?
No, they're
I
done.
see it happening.
I think they
I mean, training camp is what? Training camp is...
This week?
Yeah, so it's going to be blown out ACLs. It's going to be blown out a lot of shit.
I can see Zeke getting back in the league before Dalvin.
And guess what? He going to be getting paid? $800K.
Well,
take it or leave it.
That's okay because...
He's made money.
You know, my thing is this, man. Those guys have made plenty of money. But to sit here and say, back to the original question.
Yeah.
Do running backs deserve big contracts like this? And we've seen through the years that don't pay these guys because as soon as you pay them, Zeke got hurt. Multiple other people got hurt. And that's okay. That shit happens.
Oh, let's talk about the production, Drew. Just even, let's say I got my money now, I could chill. Le'Veon Bell got paid and gave the Jets 3 yards a carry.
It was like, who is this nigga?
But when he was at Pittsburgh, he was dog catching the ball at the backfield, getting this. You get to the Jets, you get your bread. You give them 3 yards a carry.
Yeah. Zeke lost his job to Tony Pollard. You know what I'm saying? And Pollard was a young guy hungry.
That nigga's a horse, bro.
Yes, he is.
He giddy up, boy.
You see what I'm saying? He could come out the backfield.
He could hit you for 70 yards.
It's easy. So what are we really? Why need to pay this when he's producing and you barely getting me 5 yards a carry? You're running straight into the offensive line and not hitting your gaps.
Zeke felt they be talking about. Oh, remember prime Zeke? They be talking about his rookie year. That's
crying.
not his prime.
Because he's 27.
Thank you. This is supposed to be his fucking prime, not his rookie year 2016.
That's crazy.
They always talk about, and that season was a great year. He's splitting the safeties, hitting for home run touchdowns.
Sold a lot of jerseys.
Sold a lot of jerseys.
He definitely did.
Of all races.
But I think they need to come to a balance. But I don't think a strike gonna help him.
Nah, at all. Man, listen.
Talking about they hope other running back. If you think Miles Sanders is striking with y'all niggas, you got another thing coming.
You think somebody who's making barely $100,000, $200,000 a month is not going to take this opportunity to make millions a month?
Them late round draft picks and undrafted, they're not striking with y'all.
They're definitely going to take this time to create a name for themselves.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, go ahead, go for a strike, bro.
They be like, hey, I feel you, but bro, I don't make what you make.
Exactly. Next man up.
Next man up.
They might see that like y'all being kind of entitled, so let me go ahead and make my name.
Yeah.
Amen.
But that's what it is. Again, egos really shining through, and that I didn't really endure all of the pod that Shaquan was saying and stuff, and I know it's probably a lot of underlying and
it's a lot of emotions in this.
Yeah,
it is,
and I get it.
I get it.
You laid your body on the line, and you
want to be fairly compensated.
Yes, and I get it. I know the repair process was hell and
Yeah.
all of that, and I feel you. But
And that franchise tag should be worth more than $10 million. I will say that
for sure.
But they got to get rid of the tag in general.
It's stupid.
It's stupid. I don't like the tag.
Yeah.
But I think they could get to a point where you just got to have those meetings, man. When y'all come across these 10-year, 5-year re-ups for the CBA, man, you got to put your foot down, bro. You got to put your foot down, man. I mean, running backs, like I said, again, it's the biggest plug and play. You could wake up one Sunday and be like, oh, yeah, such and such is out. And you be like, you don't really bat an eye at your running back position. But if it's wide receiver corner, that's why I say cornerback is the hardest position in the league to play and replace. So if you have a CB1, you better pay that man. Because it's not easy to come across premier corners, bro. It's not.
Nope.
It's not. You got to take care of them guys.
You definitely do. And that's where I just think like it's selfish as fuck to even think you deserve that much when you know your team needs so much. Now you're on a premier team wherever you got a 98 corner, 99 safety. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas getting it. Yeah, they deserve them. Like, I'm not griping if Travis Kelce won his bread.
Yeah.
Nigga, first of all, he's available.
Yeah.
He's the best tight end. Pay that man. Mark Andrews, pay that man. Like, but when you talk about running backs, it's hard pressing me to vouch for you.
Yeah. Cause they paid what's the dude name from Carlos? Like what's the running back at Kansas City before Pacheco took over essentially? He got two last names. Smith something or
Yeah, something along those lines. They did pay him though.
yeah, they paid him.
Yeah.
And unavailable. Very, very quick. Like he came out of college, I think, Alabama. What is this man's name?
You talking about Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a rookie a couple
came out
years ago.
Mid as fuck now.
LSU, that's what he came
LSU,
from,
yeah.
He's not still on Kansas City?
Yeah, he's barely.
Barely playing.
Barely.
He ain't gonna see a big contract.
But no, he already saw a little
He already
contract.
saw one.
And
That first season, that rookie year, that did a lot for him.
mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying he's still in his rookie deal, wouldn't he? He was just a rookie 2 years ago, wasn't he?
What I'm saying is he's lost.
Yeah.
He's not getting paid, bro. He's about to be lost in the fucking sauce because
Yeah, Pacheco balling.
yeah, he is.
But he's still gonna get carries though because they want to keep Pacheco for.
But I mean, the man
same
didn't do
shit.
shit. Like he's carrying maybe 3 yards.
Man,
4
I'm gonna pay
yards.
my wide receiver one. I'm gonna pay my cornerback one. O line, they definitely getting their money. D line, yes, you're getting paid. Linebackers, depending on who you are, I'll pay you. Safeties, that could be a little bit plug and play too, but them the premier guys. That's just is what it is. And hopefully you can be accomplished enough under your quarterback's rookie deal, be successful early, so by the time he come, you got some cash space. Like us, we gonna have hella bread next off season. We got bread now, but next off season, I see the Panthers doing something crazy for Bryce Young as far as weapons. Crazy. I'm talking about trade for wide receiver one or get a wide receiver one, but that's where it starts at, bro. Inside out.
Yeah.
Like, imagine not paying a premier tackle. That's never not gonna happen. That's never not gonna. You're gonna pay a tackle. You're gonna pay a O-line or OT. You're gonna pay a OT. Like the Chiefs now, they coming to gripes with Chris Jones because Chris Jones want a new contract. That man just had 15 sacks, bro. He be available. He be playing. Pay the man. But the Chiefs feel like because they have Patrick Mahomes, he's a big fucking pedestal. He can carry a lot of fucking weight. But at some point, the Chiefs do kind of treat certain players like, nah, bro, we ain't going to pay you this bread because of Patrick. And I get it. But at the same time, too, my nigga, like, I didn't see a reason. I don't see why they wouldn't pay Tyreek Hill. Now, when they didn't pay Tyreek Hill at the same time, too, I said, Mahomes ain't dropping. His numbers went up, actually, this year. But I don't think he would have had a number. He'd have had Travis. You had to keep one of the two.
Yeah, you got to.
So, but Tyreek Hill, I'm paying him whatever the fuck he want. Jamar Chase, when he's due, he gonna get paid.
Oh yeah.
Justin Jefferson, he's gonna get
Yeah,
paid.
Them two getting paid. They gonna set the market.
Yeah, they gonna set a new market because I think the highest is Cup, isn't it, Drew? 28
right now.
or
Cup
Devontae
is-
Adams, 28, 27.
It's cut right now.
Okay, so they're gonna hit. They might tap 30. I pay it. Shit, the cap go up every year anyway.
It's fucking worth it, man.
It's worth it. We
Yeah,
talking
man.
about them premier guys, and I'm not saying you need a one to win a Super Bowl, obviously, but people are gonna say, well, you're talking about Mahomes, but bro, like,
I mean, just
wide receiver ones that could be game breakers.
Yeah.
pay the man and let him become a team guy. Let him take the pay cut. You know what I mean? Give him enough senses. Make them feel love enough to be like, I want to be here, but I also want to see this team win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We seen it. Pat, I think he took a pay cut or moved around some money and shit like that. But those are guys who are in
You talking about Mahomes?
Yeah.
And then he got a 10-year deal. They could play around with a lot of
shit
money
I'm
with his
saying.
shit. Yeah.
So, like, he ain't really going to miss it.
He ain't gonna miss it.
Because
He
he's
gonna-
going to
he
get
gonna
it.
get it.
He's
He
going
gonna
to
get
get
it.
it.
He gonna
But
get
to keep this shit going, to keep hope alive,
And
you
his
gotta-
incentives might be crazy.
Oh,
You
for
know
sure.
he hitting benchmarks.
Come on now. They're going to be able to just do whatever because it's on the back end, the jersey sales, the ticket sales, all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not missing nothing by not paying the man or renegotiating contracts. You know, that shit happens. But I think that's people who are buying into your organization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
It's
got
big- it's
people who
bigger
are
than
there.
just them.
For
They see
sure.
it's bigger than them.
For
I mean,
sure.
it's all a business anyway. Like Derek Brown, we picked up his 5th-year option, so next year he'll probably get paid. Brian Burns, he's about to get paid this year because we turned down 2 first-round picks for him, so you got to pay him. And it's just it's a business, man. You got to look at it. DNs, DTs, them the guys you pay for sure. Again, old linemen, you pay those guys for sure. That's why they get drafted where they get drafted at. But when it comes to them running backs, when the last time a running back went top 5?
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
All right.
a second.
All right.
Because they know what it is. I can go late rounds and get all these same guys. Or a guy that's similar.
2nd round, 3rd round, yeah. Alvin Kamara, 3rd round pick.
Mm-hmm. They paid him too.
Yeah, you got paid too. And I'm not saying them niggas don't deserve their money when they get paid, but why can I do that when I could go get the 7th round undrafted guy? But this is not the end of it. We're definitely going to see more from it. So I'll be interested to see how it unfold, but I do not see. Like I said, they got as much leverage as WNBA players asking for 8-figure contracts. That's real shit.
Yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same.
It's the same shit.
It's about the same.
But I don't see it sound good, but I don't see Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry not playing for y'all niggas.
That's not happening. Like just being real, that's not happening.
No, sorry. Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry going strike for y'all.
Coming off last season, Christian's going to play. Just to keep the momentum
Keep
going.
the going. Yeah, he can't stay cold.
He can't stay cold. He got to play.
Because let's just say when this contract be up, he maybe due up for another big one.
That's what I'm saying. That's damaging to him.
If you could get 2 contracts as a running back, that's a rarity.
That's not fair. That's not fair to him to tell him to sit a whole season.
Yeah. But it's like the running backs are not what they was early 2000s. We seen Curtis Martin, LaDainian Tomlinson. Who else?
This was across the board.
Yeah, like running backs was a big thing early 2000s. Like you had to have a premier running back. It ain't like that no more, bruh. It ain't like that, bruh. It's not like that no more. It just is what it is. Like you can't get it. When I seen that list of Super Bowl running backs, I was like, look at this shit. And then I look at the salaries. Marshawn was making $8 million, man.
Breaking 20 tackles.
Now that's somebody who's underpaid.
Facts.
And I think they had a little
thing. Yeah.
But they paid him. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
They got him right. Richard Sherman, same thing. He got his money. But it's like, man, running backs, I feel for y'all, but hey, man, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So
no, for real.
Yeah, that's all I pretty much got for that, man. We missing anything? Did we miss any new music that came out? Oh, Nas dropped the album.
Yeah. I'm about halfway through that. Before I got the car, it was on that Irvin Magic Johnson joint. I actually like it so far.
Okay.
It's not bad to me.
Yeah, I don't really like it at all. I'm gonna give it another spin though, but I'm not really feeling it on the first listen. But I'm gonna listen to it again. Everybody was talking about the 50 Cent and Nas record. It was cool. 50 ain't give him that many bars.
Yeah.
I expect them at least get a nigga 16.
That gives me some hope there's gonna be more music between them two though.
Okay.
I mean, everybody know the background story behind why they haven't collaborated. It wasn't no real beef. It's just people associated with certain people. You know, y'all know. We don't really gotta get into all that, but yeah. I mean, that give me hope there's gonna be more 50 Nas collaborations probably going forward. 50 on his last run tour right now, so I'm pretty sure he's not recording much, but you know, to have that come out, that's good. That's a good look.
Travis Scott got a big concert coming up. Well, tour.
Mm-hmm.
People,
you seen they starting to leak pictures of his signature shoe?
I did see that.
What do you think about those? Not feeling them? It's a one with a.
He's been hitting for most of them though. I will say that
his collabs
been hitting.
Models,
his collabs,
but that's just a one with a different.
Bro, look at Devin Booker's signature.
Yes, I kind of
that shit a fake ass blazer.
It looked like it got Air Force One paneling on one of the.
It looked like a blazer to me.
Yeah,
low top blazer,
like a modern blazer.
That shit ass.
Like a mid blazer.
Yeah,
but they probably might be good on the court. You never know though, bro.
I mean, but music at music is such at a low point, bro. It's like I think we've been very heavily critiquing these projects, bro, because we just been
we're just waiting for something to really pop,
really stick. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Gun and Thug. I'm still spinning their shit. I don't know,
Babyface Ray to drop the album.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
It was cool. I still gotta finish that one as well. I was bumping that yesterday.
I see somebody was tripping off niggas drop V's and act like he dropped the blueprint.
Hey man, I've been trying. Hey man, I fuck with V's too, but I didn't like that.
No, I know you fuck with V's. I just
didn't like that new project. Like
niggas was severing that shit though. Niggas was.
I'm like, bro, like all right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's y'all opinion, but all right, bro.
So what y'all feel about Kodak working with 6ix9ine?
Oh yeah, that did happen this week. I don't have an issue with it, honestly. Y'all heard? You heard?
I'm not a street nigga.
You heard the leak verse?
Oh, the verse is genius, Drew.
You heard it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
it's a genius way to play on that.
He said, I'm so raw. I got a rat giving me cheese.
That's a genius way to play on it. And he got $1 million.
That man said, we ain't going in on a lick. We going in on a verse. That's all it says.
That's what he said. We ain't going in on a lick. We going in on a verse.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, when you apply that type of logic to it, I mean, it makes sense.
He's basically telling them, hey, y'all smarten up. This is business at the end of the day. Like, it take an artist like Kodak to say that on wax.
He's like, I'm not about to go run a lick with 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
this is business.
This is a song. Like, y'all got this shit.
He applying that Nino Brown shit.
What Jay-Z say a few years ago, man? Y'all can bullshit rap if you want.
They
You
say
gonna get this money,
little.
though.
They say Lil Baby and 6ix9ine got music coming out too.
Oh, for real?
Lil Baby and 6ix9ine? Nah, I don't.
But I
That
think
might be worse
that's,
for him.
That's contradictory on Lil Baby part now.
Yeah, if you're going against
If you're
Gunna.
going against Gunna, but I mean, we gonna see though.
If he has a record with 6ix9ine, I don't see how he come out from that. I don't see how he could justify that based on how he been moving against Gunna. Kodak don't give a fuck. We all know Kodak don't give a fuck.
Kodak don't give a fuck.
He got $1 million. A lot of y'all ain't getting paid $1 million for a feature, bro.
Hey, let's keep it up.
Y'all in between 50 to 100K. Let's be honest here.
And Lil Baby was standing on you gotta give him $100K for a feature. Unless
So 6ix9ine gave Kodak M. There's no way Kodak's turning that down. Not $1 million.
From how Wack 100 was saying it was definitely $1 million, and even him and the other dude that facilitated it, they got broke off too. So I don't think nobody capping when it come to that.
So 6ix9ine essentially spent what 1.3?
Probably between paying Wack and the other dude. There's another that
Probably
can't remember his
1.5
name.
maybe.
Probably 1.5. He said everybody happy. That's what Wack said. He said
Everybody okay.
Yeah, he said everybody happy. Like,
but you got to think too. 6ix9ine be getting that Spanish money.
He in that Spanish bag. So that's why you don't hear him. But
Yeah, you don't hear him
you
too
don't
much in
hear him
rap.
like
He playing in both sides.
He playing
Yeah.
both sides. So
M. And then some niggas back there, man, like, man, look at this nigga Kodak. But that million look nice though. I ain't gonna lie.
if Wack called a lot of these niggas with that M, that guarantee
They were taking it.
They taking that M. Now whether they play it like how Kodak played, that remains to be seen.
I mean,
right?
Nikki did a feat. She done did 2 songs with the man.
Fresh off the allegations.
She did a song with the nigga fresh out the allegations. I wonder how much she was paid. I think Nikki, between the features, she done got, I think, at least 3M.
Gotta
We
be.
talking about Nikki here. If Kodak got an M, Nikki got she
probably got 1.5 too.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, easily. What you think about it, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, business is business when it
Yeah,
comes to this
business,
shit, bro.
man.
Like, and I know Boosie's up in the terror per usual, working with a rat and doing his.
He
whole
said something about
stuff.
Kodak?
Yeah, of course.
He said Kodak don't got no morals.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and they're street niggas, so
But Kodak, you always have to remember, don't give a fuck.
yeah, he don't.
He don't care.
The money's the money, and that's what it is. So
Bullshit with rap if you want.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, if this nigga who's making millions is going to decide to do this, hey man, more power to you, brother. But I just know personally, for image wise, I mean,
I'm thinking more so of the image.
yeah, you know what I'm
it's
saying.
kinda
I
crazy.
just,
But hey,
yeah,
I mean, does this really affect Kodak image though?
it doesn't. I don't think so because I think he said what he said in the verse. So as long as he keeps it a band, that's what it is. What we talking about? I mean, it's public knowledge that he's.
And it come down to the art. Like, what
That's
is he
it.
saying within this song? On
That was a
6ix9ine as
genius
well?
verse, I will say that.
That was a genius verse to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, telling y'all straight up, bro, we not hitting no lick together. This is a verse. That's
Yeah.
all it says, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's a lot of people that could have used the verse, who could have hopped on the verse, or who could have hopped on the beat. He chose this nigga, or this nigga chose him. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, honestly, to me. But I think it's.
I equate it to like how Deke was talking about embodying the role and not
There you
judging the
go.
character.
There you go.
He looking at it like, I ain't judging it. This is
all
the
that
art.
shit is characters.
It's
at the end
art.
of the day.
Yeah. Kodak said, I'm not judging the character. I'm gonna go in here and do my thing.
Yeah.
We ain't about to hit no licks though.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is.
And I don't believe Kodak and 6ix9ine gonna be friends after this.
They're not friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, they can make music and not even be in the same.
Yeah, but
setting.
I can understand the ones who don't align himself with them. I get it. 50 Cent.
50
would
Cent
never.
was cool with bro.
He was cool. He was
distanced
when
himself.
that came out, 50 was,
that was
don't
it.
call me.
Yeah,
He said that on Instagram.
Yeah, he said
Bro,
that. He said,
call
"Don't
me.
call me no more, Danny." He said
Call
that.
me no
Like,
more, Danny. But I get it. It's 50.
Mm-hmm.
He aligns himself with a certain code. I understand it. Certain rappers.
I'm not mad at nobody.
I'm not mad at
but
nobody
the
who
end of
don't
the
want to do
day,
it.
bro,
Yeah.
End of the day, I'm not mad at niggas who pursue their business dealings as well. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is, man.
Like I mean, for people who live that life and people who have lived that life and they live by a code, if they have a problem with that, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't live by that code. I live by a different code.
Right.
So, I can separate the music from the person. So,
That's why
And-
I don't understand niggas being mad at Boss and Richie still. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
and I mean,
you
this,
didn't, he didn't tell on you. You don't live by that code. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it is what it is.
yeah.
man.
So like DJ Academics like tripping versus Boozy tripping. It's two different types of tripping. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. What Axe said about this shit so far? He said anything?
No, I know he said something about like it was a little more on the little baby and talking about like little baby cells and shit like that. And
He did say that. He did say that. He was speaking more so like compared to Gunna sales, right?
So again, certain people of like that shouldn't be speaking on certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
But Act big on numbers.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You know,
but Act is gonna continue to be him.
Yeah, and I get it.
He has toned down some, but some of the foundation.
Oh, he
is
getting
still
his bag. He get there. He still get there. He just not.
He not the
obnoxious with it like that.
Chirac act no more though. I will say that, and I want to say condolences to Gillie. He lost his son.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Definitely, man.
Thursday. Blessings, man. I couldn't imagine. Can't wait till you get back, but this is way more important.
Yeah, man.
He's supposed to actually have a fest.
Exactly. It's supposed to be this weekend.
Yeah.
Take your time, man.
Yeah, take your time, man, and bless up, man. And be safe in Philly, man. I know some people saying Philly, man.
You know?
Them niggas been having.
No parents had to go through that type of shit, but
hell no. It's been crazy up there, man. It's been crazy.
I mean, and then for him to just like, hey man, y'all niggas ain't living on by no code, for him.
He just had a video talking about that. Literally, just had a video talking about that. Literally, you shooting the man up when he with his auntie, his grandma's kids, his girl, wife. Shit, crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Gillie, man, get better, man.
Straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
That man Wallow, cause that's his nephew. So
yeah,
Yeah, y'all boys stay strong, man.
Yeah, man. So we got anything else, man, before we get up out of here? Again, shout out to all the listeners, all the supporters. Definitely continue to see the growth. Continue to run us up. Subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud,
subscribe
Apple.
for sure. Subscribe, please. Yeah. We're trying to get to a band so we can start putting some other plans in motion for y'all. So yeah,
shit crazy though. Them shit's been running up, man.
Hey man, we appreciate
the work.
Man.
The work is starting to come. We starting to get them fruits, man. Them fruits.
And it ain't low hanging.
No, it ain't low hanging. It damn sure ain't that.
Yeah. So
it damn sure ain't that, man.
I just want to say once again, man, I appreciate everybody, all the supporters, all the listeners, man. Anybody that ever came up to me in the street and be like, yo, man, I fuck with what y'all got going on. I appreciate it all. Never go unnoticed.
Facts.
I'm just a regular nigga from Charleston, bro. At the end of the day, like I'm gonna say this even when we signed the deal. I'm a nigga that came from Charleston with some of my best friends, bro. That's all it is, bro. So
facts.
That's where I'm at with it, for sure.
Yeah, man. Big up. Also, I want to big up Magic Johnson. And what he's called, part owner of the Commanders or whatnot.
Yeah, that deal just happened Friday.
Yeah.
So big
salute the Magic.
Yeah, man. Big up to Magic. Big up to everybody, all the listeners, all the black people, all the people of color, people of culture.
Right.
Everybody, honestly. But big up us first.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head up. Stay out them streets.
Stay out them streets, man. Love each other,
yeah,
bro.
man. And be safe, man. It was piled up yesterday on the interstate about 3 o'clock this morning.
They was going crazy.
Yeah,
it was going crazy the whole yesterday. The whole interstate was going crazy, man.
Crazy, man. And
stay safe out here, man.
And stay cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most importantly.
Y'all be mad at each other, don't even realize I just need to go sit down somewhere and
drink some water yeah. Ice water.
That's what it be. Y'all niggas dehydrated and mad at each other.
Dehydrated and mad is a bad combination, bro.
Y'all dehydrated, still drinking this alcohol. Drink some water, man. Sit down.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is, though, man. So, we're going to get up out of here, man. If you hear anything that gets you in your feelings, you feel some type of way on here, always remember.
We're just some messengers.
We out.